Everyone, this is Nick with Star Wars Armada Explained. We're live at Worlds. I know you just see like a big stupid thing, but we're going to introduce your commentators and then we'll introduce you to the players.
With our
First,
sophisticated cardboard that Ian insisted
sophisticated
on
cardboard.
Sophistication.
So this is Ian Cross. He's the World's judge for Star Wars Armada. I know the mic is over here, but do you want to introduce yourself?
Hey, I am Ian Cross. I have been judging Armada for about the last 3 years, so I don't know what you want to call me, but I've got a couple of games under my belt.
Okay.
He is the law.
Next up, as you saw, we've got Truthfulness. Do you want to introduce yourself?
Ooh. You can't even get the name right, man.
Truthfulness.
Oh,
I like.
You clearly don't watch
No,
Truthfulness. Yeah, we're gonna go with that. No,
Yeah, we're gonna go with that.
Somebody-
I'm tired. I'm tired.
He's tired and he's good.
Did someone actually
Then introduce yourself.
Hi, I'm Chris Fritz. I've been playing this game since I got back from my first deployment in Afghanistan. Back probably around wave 2, I think. And I've been blogging about it ever since with Biggs and Schmitty now on Steel Command.
All right. Next up, I won't.
You want to put your
I
last
won't
name?
butcher it.
I hope
Oh my God! It can't be on the stream, dude.
We should interrupt this with saying that this stream is in no way affiliated with FFG.
We are not.
We apologize for the F-bombs and John's.
I'm sober enough. I'm John Zadema. I've been playing since Wave 1. I have owned one Imperial ship when I thought the Quasar was going to come with some cards that would have helped me. And as Truth's laughing will prove, it didn't. Those quad battery turrets are nice.
There are cards that help you?
Yeah, that's fair enough. I've been blogging with Eric since sometime after the three of you started. I know that. Mainly because we were using you guys as inspiration. And
That's a terrible idea.
yeah, since Truth didn't actually tell the name of his blog, it's a Steel Squadron.
Command. I said Steel Command.
Did you really? He
did.
I wasn't paying attention. Right here.
Yeah.
I wasn't paying attention to either.
Drink some more.
I will. And I'm from Cannot Get Your Ship Out, aka those guys on the internet. Those clowns is how I refer to ourselves often. So I hope that was caught on the pictures.
We got a few people watching. We're just going to confirm. Can someone just tell us if you can hear us all right?
All right, waiting on the chat messages. Waiting on the chat.
Waiting on chat. Anyone watching, just type real quick. Yes, we can hear you. Yes, no.
Testing. 1, 2, 3. Testing.
Yeah.
1, 2, 3.
Yes, all right. There it is.
There we go.
We have a fan.
All right, so,
All right, so John, you want to?
So why don't we go ahead? I'll let you guys.
No, it's your camera. I'm not touching that thing. I'm not going to screw up your phone. Oh, we're introducing him.
All right, so for the finals today, we have Nathan Cota. You should recognize that name if you pay any attention to Armada, as somebody who
Last year's world champion.
Yeah.
He has been playing. I assume he was born with an MC30 in his crib.
I think so.
Yeah. MC30 in some squadrons. And we also have Dennis. What is his last name?
Roshki, right? Is that right? Dennis Roshki. Okay. And you'll know him more as Tokra. He is a multiple German national champion. Incredibly precise player.
Nathan's in gray. I don't know. We
probably should notice
professionals.
That. So who you're seeing on screen right now is Ian on your left. In the gray hoodie is Nathan. Dennis just came onto your screen. He's wearing the black Armada shirt. And then Jimmy is from Fantasy Flight as well, as you can probably tell by the polo. This year.
Once again, not affiliated.
We are not affiliated with FFG. So let's run through the list real quick here. So John, you know Nathan's up and down, having been a punching bag for it leading into this season.
Yeah, it's been Nathan moved to Chicago recently. I met him about 2-3 weeks before Worlds last year, when the list he was playing, he came over to my Eric's house and we were playing some practice games. He utterly ripped me apart, and then we went to Worlds and he won that, and he's been ripping me apart pretty much ever since. He's running MC30 Torpedo with Riken on it, your standard upgrades of ammunition, Lando, Ordnance Experts, and external acts. He has a Jaina's Light CR90A, a CR90B with heavy ion implants and engine techs, GR75 with Bright Hope and Torn Far, and another one with the Quantum Slice combo. It's commonly seen. He has 6 squadrons: Hera, Dash, Ketsu, Wedge, Dutch, and Gold, totaling 121 points. I'm not going to go over his objectives, but he has a 5-point bid.
Well, why don't we go over? Why not?
I'm going to let them. I literally do not want to influence anything, and
Okay. You think they're gonna hear?
I don't know.
Right.
I'm a loud person normally, so
Okay.
I'll let you talk.
I'll spoil it anyway, since they're pretty sure they can't hear us. But Nason's at 395. He's running Most Wanted, Capture the VIP, and Salvage Run. So moving over to Dennis. Dennis is running the Sloan MSU list, which, I mean, considering how much Imperial 2 ship we saw in this tournament, the fact that not Thrawn and a list without Price made it into the finals is pretty impressive.
It is. I think it has something to do with both of these guys are phenomenal, but it's also Sloan is a very good counter to Thrawn and the 2-ship squadrons because
just eats them live.
Yeah.
So he is running Sloan on a Gladiator 1. He's got a Architect's Command Cruiser with Senecor, which I'm guessing he's going to use to kind of spot as kind of that faux old relay before the nerf. He's got Captain Brunson on there, who's in damn near every Imperialist nowadays.
61%.
Yeah, 61% of top 10. Yeah, in regionals data. He's also got engine techs on there, so it's a command cruiser. I'm guessing he probably feeds it some tokens to help it move as needed. He's also got a Quasar 1, skilled first officer. He's got Squall, kind of become a very popular Imperial upgrade for
near standard title.
Yeah, near standard title. He's got flight controllers, boosted comms, and then he's got 2 Gazantes, both with comms now. And we're looking at Karnak. And yeah, talk about before the stream crashed. An Architect's Command Cruiser with Senegor. Raider 1 with Steel, Merrick Steel, Howl Runner, Mauler, Balin, Sienna Ree, and then Saber Squadron and Dengar. So again, we got another squad heavy world. I don't really feel bad about that because there was a lot of mix throughout the tournament. I was running none and I placed 5th.
Yeah. And there's Nathan's running 6, and he's not even running max points.
And he's at 121, right?
Yeah. I assume everybody just saw him stream because we're doing this great. Nathan decided to go second and make Dennis pick from his objectives, which were again Most Wanted, Capture the VIP, and the Blue One. Which
I was actually going to ask you. I was curious what he was going to do. So Nathan's deferred to second player, and I can't really see with Karnak, so I'm going to rely on you to actually see the table.
Yep. And it looks like Most Wanted it is.
Okay.
The standard red objective. I mean, it could be it's the standard red objective. If you have Flotel for a reason.
Yeah, what are the other 2? Capture the VIP and Soundtrack. I'm surprised he didn't go for Capture the VIP. I feel like that's
neither of them has strategic, and if Nathan can grab it with a GR and run, that's
still fairly easy thing then.
Yeah, we got it. I'm vaguely paying attention. Derek's over there telling me that we picked Most Wanted, which I think we got like 2 minutes ago.
Yeah, okay.
We're doing good.
Yeah, it's okay. So that surprises me. Admittedly, Toker's not going to give up much to that. No matter what he picks, his highest value that he's going to give away on that is the Architects for 59. But I mean, that also ends up making this Quasar a potentially really easy target with extra die every turn. And Nathan's running an MSU list. He's got 3 combat ships. They can all take advantage of it.
It does and it doesn't. From what Nathan was telling me. When we went to grab dinner real quick after his thing on being as quiet as I can, because I don't want to spoil away any of the strategy. They played earlier today, and Derek was mainly sitting in the Mac because the Centaur was not actually affected by the relay nerf. So Centaur is just an arc node from what Nathan was telling me, and the squads do all the work. So I'm pretty sure he picked Most Wanted because if he keep the...
so these 2 met earlier in Swiss?
Yes. Earlier today.
Okay.
So if he can keep the... because as finals, top 2 matches matter, all that matters is what did you kill. So assuming no one tables, which given the quality of these 2 players, I highly doubt that.
I wouldn't be very surprised to see a table. We'll probably see a pretty good squadron scrum. I fully expect that Raider to go run in another direction, which is a shame, but it's a smart move. It's a nice cheap boat. It's a nice cheap lifeboat for Togra.
Well, the thing I've been realizing with a lot of the stronger squad lists is with Rican or Sloan on a lifeboat, Raider or Hammerhead, usually just for points. it makes a lot of sense because as long as you keep them alive, these squadrons will eventually do the work.
Yeah,
And
absolutely.
It's there's it's a lot harder to lifeboat, but it's still doable. And I mean, Dennis got to the top with Sloan doing that, and I played someone yesterday, around about table 39, who had
How did your tournament go, John?
very badly, so badly enough that I'm putting Leia down for at least a month.
You heard it here, folks.
Yes.
The addiction is finally over.
No, the addiction's not over. Leia cannot fail; she can only be failed. I hit Cota round 1. We have several of our famous Armadans, if there are any. I'm a D-list celebrity, guys. We'll get some people around here talking. I hit King Paul round 1. Ran into Truthiness himself round 2. It was great.
Thanks for that 10, by the way. I very much appreciate it.
Yes, I needed to get you 5th.
You got me all the way up to 5th. I appreciate it. You were one of the 2 10s that got me there.
You wouldn't have been able to get those trays and the dice or whatever you got.
No.
Yes.
No, not without you, John.
That's friendship right there.
Absolutely.
And Eric placed well enough for him. No, he didn't. He's just one shy of dice, sadly. Just because of the last round.
Yeah.
But like you were saying minutes ago, and I just glossed over because we got distracted. Something shiny happened. The diversity of lists and commanders in the top 10, top 15 was insane.
Yeah, a lot of the 2 ships started to fall out pretty well. I faced Sam's fairly infamous 3 ship,
2.5 ship.
Yeah, 2.5 ship. I guess we're calling it, since Quasar interdictor with full Brunson and Bryce shenanigans. But that was really the highest I saw with that combination, because Dennis actually beat a 2 ship on his way up to this.
Yeah. There was a lot of in the last round.
And then Yik was running a very strange Riken's MC80 full Defiance thing.
And it wasn't strange. Like, I was thinking about it, and it makes a lot of sense. The Defiance is he was running a command cruiser, which is not often seen.
But what was really interesting this year is we saw Yavaris almost nowhere near the top.
I really saw it yesterday.
I saw Yavaris once yesterday. I beat it 8-3. And it was your friend from
Comatose, Mike Bowman from University of Champaign. That's it.
That's the only Yavaris I ran into all day. I'm 90% certain that there was no Yavaris in the top 10. Probably all the way down through the top 16 from what I can remember. We have all the lists. We'll eventually get them together for the community and put that data out there.
Yeah. I think the reason we didn't see Yavaris or anything like that, the standard Recon Aces with the Hateful Eight of Luke, 2 VCXs.
But you can't call anything about Nathan's squad ball here even close to the standard 8.
No,
he's gone extremely rogue heavy, likely in response to 2 ship, as he's found the ability to have effectively 5 rogues, a great counter to that price turn whatever.
Yes.
He can interrupt that in between and nail a bunch of those squadrons down. His stuff hits pretty hard. Dash hits really damn hard if he wants to.
Not only is Dash hit hard, Dash is the second most deadly squadron behind Wedge when you do the math on Dash's reroll numbers, which surprised me until Nathan showed me the data, and it's like, he does, just because the amount you can reroll is
unless you have luck like me, and then you just leave Dash in the trash can and never look back. But you've also got Hera. Hera rolls really high because she's got 2 natural blacks, and then of course there's Wedge and Dutch, which combo together really well.
The thing that I like, and I think it was either you or somebody else was talking to, Nathan, for the second year in a row, has found a way to run effectively great bombers without bomber command center.
There's he's got Torn on here, but he does not have a bomber command center yet.
Torn is his bomber command center for Ketsu and Gold, which are just 2 blue bomber. And
so what we're seeing deploy on the table here, in all likelihood, I think if I do my math correctly, Dennis is going to win deployment due to the sheer volume of squadrons, since Nathan's only got 6. Dennis, I believe, is up to 8, right?
Yeah.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, so he'll have one more deployment from the squads.
But Dennis went first, so Nathan's actually got last drop.
Oh, what?
Yeah.
Yeah, he does, doesn't he?
Yeah.
Okay, so Nathan is elected to not put his squadrons down first, oddly enough, which I mean, you know how he runs better, but he's
Oh
put
no,
his.
I'm full wise. It's Dennis does have the last shot. It's
Yeah.
I can do math.
So, but Nathan is elected to put his CR90s down first before the squads, likely to be able to react to Dennis's squad, where Dennis is putting his squadrons down. You got two flotillas, both facing toward the center. Two CR90s that they're flexible enough they can go anywhere. I mean, I love running mine with engine techs because it makes them utterly ridiculous. Nathan's got engine techs on one, but not the other. But they're still CR90 is a staple of Rebel lifts because it is a delightfully flexible ship.
Oh yeah, it's just great.
I really like. I wonder how well. I mean, obviously he's up here in top deal worlds, but I'm interested to see how the CR90B with heavy ions works in person because all he's got is torn farthing.
Sometimes that's enough. And
sometimes enough, yeah.
The problem that he's actually, if he pulls it out the front with an accuracy, you can one-shot a flotilla with that because the shield will wipe with the HIE, and then here's the one extra and the
constant fire time.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, and it'll front of the CR90B can do it, and it's.
And then let's see. Look at Toka's deployment here. He's also got the oddly mirrored Gazanti is facing in toward the center.
I assume they can.
I mean, I'm just gonna. I really hate flotillas, so I'm just gonna be hopeful here that they're just going to crash into each other and take themselves out of the game.
Like you did to me yesterday. Your suicide bomb of my flotilla.
Yes.
Yours was
so during John and I's match, my hatred of flotillas was so great that I took a my one health flotilla and rammed it into John's one health flotilla and sliced it to make sure it did not have a navigate command. It was going speed 1, which then immediately crashed into my flotilla, cementing the suicide pact.
It was Romeo and Juliet.
I think.
What?
Say the objective again.
Oh, the objective was most wanted. Let's explain most wanted. We have to be those competition.
Oh yeah.
So the way most wanted works is after deployment, Nathan chooses one of his ships and one of Dennis's ships, and if that ship is killed, it is worth double the base cost. So Nathan, probably smartly, will choose a GR because I assume he's not an idiot, and that will be probably 18 times 2 is 36 plus whatever upgrades are on there, and
really not much in the long run. And this objective isn't going to net much. What I really more expected to see you do is pick a ship that's critical to Tokra and just take it out of the game earlier because, again, it's going to be up to 3, at least probably 3, and if Nathan's doing double arcs, you could have a lot more damage.
Because not only is it worth more points if it dies, but you get to roll 1 extra dice with ships, even though the card says something else, it's just ships against it. So your CR90A that normally throws 2 red at long range is throwing 3 red, which is 1 more chance of an accuracy.
Which actually brings us back to that B.
Your voice is perfect.
I'm loud. Yeah, I'm naturally loud. Sorry. Yeah, no, I'll try.
We're getting voice instructions from the director.
Me.
Oh, we harmonized well. That was good.
Yes, you're doing good at
Okay,
this.
so but yeah, that CR90B
Yes.
bumps up 4 dice shooting the most wanted chip, which makes that heavy ion proc a lot easier.
Yes, it does. Do we want to start bringing people on? Because we've got many people gathering around.
Everyone is intently focusing.
Yeah.
I think everyone just let everybody enjoy their game. Unless Gink wants to come in and represent Team Europe. Now, I will say that I'm firmly in Team Europe, even though I'm American. I'm going to take the Fritz in my last name to jump over to Tokra's side. Don't tell my employer, the U.S. Army.
I will be, meanwhile, rooting for Nathan. We've become pretty good friends over the last year. He's recently had a son, Calvin. The kid is pretty adorable, even if he did poop everywhere last time I was over at Nathan's.
That's generally what children do.
Yeah. I'm sure Nathan and his wife were both ecstatic about the fact that I'm broadcasting.
Remind me to show you pictures of my daughter's poopocalypse from about a week or 2 ago.
That's good.
Yeah.
This is what you tuned into, folks. Discussions about poop and Armada.
Yes, absolutely. Takes it a whole new level of toilet talk. Yeah. I don't know. Maybe we haven't dropped an F-bomb yet. I feel like
That's a plus.
wow. I think we should pat each other on the back for that one. There we go. There we go.
I don't know if you
Good
can hear
job.
that. We did.
Good job, buddy. We haven't done it yet. I'm sure it's coming soon.
Yeah. Not on a purpose. Like it's
No.
just we're both
What were we talking about?
lists.
Yeah, probably.
People.
Yeah.
So how did you end up doing it today? Because you made it to day 2, and you had give yours because mine I did very badly and hit lists I didn't expect to hit. There's a blog I write up about it.
So I was running my standard, pretty much my Nova open list with 3 CR90 engine techs, 2 GR75s with slicer tools, and my Liberty with heavy ions. My first day was kind of hit and miss. I hit 2 ships in the first round, went 4-7. Hit John, got a 10-1. Hit your friend Comatose got an 8-3. Then I hit JJ, and I had him until I kept playing the game and dropped down from what was going to be a 7-4 to a 3-8. We just had the Quasar go down. So my day 2 was I hit 2 Sloan of 2 ships.
2 ships or 2.5 ships?
One had price, one did not. But they both had advanced gunnery. My list is very well designed to slice things without slicer protection. So I took the squads out of it for a turn or 2 and tabled them both. And you let their ISDs. What's up?
Are you wondering what's on the...
What's up? Small? What about small?
What?
His small went down, I saw. Yeah. He was asking me questions, I'm answering. Yeah. So, anywho, let's get back to the tournament. Anyway.
Oh, the most wanted.
Oh, most wanted, thank you. Okay,
Right Hope or Quantum? Quantum and the...
Okay, so yeah, as I expected, the Quasar is going to be Dennis's most wanted ship, whereas Dennis has taken Quantum Storm, which is about what I expected. Like I said,
I'm not sure.
I'm nervous about what that's going to do for Dennis. It's going to add a lot of potential damage to the Quasar. Now he's got it angled so that he's going to try and mostly angle out of the field of battle. He will probably use Senegor a lot to just try and mitigate any damage coming at it.
The most wanted GR is number 2, the one closer to the camera.
Okay.
That's the Quantum Slicer.
Yeah. That's good. That's a good move on Nathan's part. It's the furthest away from any combat. As you can see on the close end of your screen, the Raider's doing exactly what I expect it to do. I really doubt that'll be part of the fight.
I wonder if Nathan's going to try and move Admiral slowly at first, but then try to grab that Sloan Raider. The problem is, with Dennis having first,
Admiral out of the fight. You think? So, do you think that Nathan can hang with this squad ball from Dennis? Because that's a lot of anti-squadron firepower. And while he's good at preempting Thrawn 2 ship, which relies heavily on that double tap, Cota's in no way reliant on that. He's got the dedicated anti-squadron damage there to really put a hurt on those aces.
With Wedge and Dutch, it's theoretically possible. He might, this might be one of the few times that Nathan actually uses Ketsu's ability for being Ketsu and not just the fact that she's a speed 4 2-dice blue bomber.
Yeah, because we actually have Dengar, and that was another thing kind of surprising about this term is how little intel we saw.
I think intel has basically hit a rough spot because with Sloan being a quote natural counter to 2 ship, your intel isn't providing any, like, Jan provides 3 blue, which is fine, but so does VCX, so does a B-Wing for 4 to 5 points cheaper. And there's not, I was running Bigs, 2 X-Wings, and Janors, and I survived 1 shot from gank round 1 with Sloan, but the price first shot is what did in those X-Wings, and you need to be able to take a price alpha from 5 anti-squad squads, and that's that's why you're not seeing intel. It's not doing enough. This is why.
Yeah, everybody's deciding to win the squadron game rather than trying to make room for their bombers.
Yeah, and
But clearly, it's been flexible enough for Dennis. That's probably likely related to Mauler. You got to keep Mauler moving with all that splash damage.
Yeah, and
so let's see. Nathan so far is kind of cut inside with that's torn far, and Bright Hope. It's moved in so far.
I do think Nathan can maybe do it with the sheer squad killing power of Wedge and Dutch and Hera. I really think it's going to come down to as much as I'm sure everyone is ecstatic, it's going to be a stay back and squad fight game. Maybe turn 6, the Quasar will go, but it's a very good
So
question.
we saw yet again another very cautious move by Nathan here, going up. I think he's only at speed 2 there from what I saw. Waiting for our director to confirm that's at speed 2. Speed 2?
Squadron token.
Yeah,
Squadron token.
I think the squadron token.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's obviously not. It's
okay. So yeah, and as we expected, this is going to be a nice slow rollout for a little bit.
yeah. I mean, in the game they played earlier, Nathan said that what happened was Dennis, Alpha Nathan, and then the top of next turn pulled his squads back, which that is usually a sign of it's obviously not a good player, Dennis is a good player, but I know I'm very guilty myself sometimes. Well, I never was the first player, so that don't count. Being able to pull the squads back after hitting something that I just struck, so.
Alright, so we've got Admo coming up next. I think that's going to be, it's Admo. It's always the ship to watch, but I think that's going to be pretty critical, though, what Nathan does here. So he's turning it off to the left. I got to think he's going hunting for Senegor and for the Quasar.
Yeah.
There's no way I know you say that his squads are pretty strong, but he's got to kill ships. We can't have another finals that's just nothing but squads and squads and squads.
The problem is with their ability to go anywhere.
Yeah,
They're so easy. Just doing the math here. The Quasar, if it explodes, is worth.
It's 1.
4. Yeah, it looks like
it's 4 plus 1 plus 3 plus 6 plus 4.
114 plus 14. If it explodes, it's worth 119, which is 7 more points than the cost of ammunition.
Yeah, so he can afford to sacrifice ammunition. I don't think it'll come to that.
No, it won't.
I think Cota will absolutely be trying to knock it out, but ammunition is kind of it's always going to be tough as shit to kill.
Yeah.
It's a rather ludicrously tough ship for as cheap as it is. But that's why I like to brand it. No one's crazy enough to do that, and there's a reason I didn't make the finals.
Yeah. The interesting thing to me too is Nathan was saying to me earlier that he was worried that people just be like, oh, another Rican, but
no, this is distinctly different. So yeah,
this is different than
I'd like to not see Riken win yet another Worlds, but and if anyone starts moaning about how it's squad heavy and Riken again, take an actual look at this list compared to what Nathan ran last year. This flies so very different. He had a Pickle, he had Yovaris, and 2 flotillas last year,
yes.
And then a bunch of double-die bombers to just blow the crap out. This is, I don't think he has anything the same. I don't think Hera is the only commonality, and then the 2 flotillas.
Yes, Hera, Bright Hope, Torn.
And yes, Torn, obviously. And Torn does a lot for Rebel squadron builds, so and unfortunately she's kind of an auto-include. Now, you can make an argument whether that's, she's overpowered or whether she's just propping up what are otherwise probably overcosted Rebel squadrons.
Right.
But that's neither here nor there.
Yes, it's very different. But the other thing too with the Rican, like the top Rebel admirals, it was Dennis got the data, which I'm clearly forgetting. It was Radis was the most at 18, I believe. 16 Ricans. Might be my numbers flipped. Like I said, we'll get the data after. Akbar 7 beneath that, and Dodonna might have been up there, but like maybe 5 Dodonna. Like it was.
And most rebels that was the majority of rebel fleets.
There were 2
what's
Garms,
the
2
little
Krakens, and 2 Leias.
And what's the little nursery rhyme that we've come up with? Redfish, bluefish, deathwish, critfish?
Critwish, whatever.
Whatever order you want to
Yeah. And it's, redfish being Akbar, bluefish being Radis, obviously, and Critwish being Dodonna trying for it, and Rican being Deathwish because they're. I think Eric might have been you, was saying recently, the simple fact is Imperials have millions of commanders, some of them good, some of them bad, and 4 ships.
In this tournament, we saw a lot of Thrawn.
Yeah.
So the Imperial meta seems to be solidifying heavily toward Thrawn and Sloane.
Yes.
And that's because it seems to me that the Imperial, it's basically become Morna Merrick Jendon, definitely American Jendon, because it's what works for Imperials. Imperials haven't really made the top of anything.
This is the first Imperial final
ever.
No, not game.
Oh yeah,
year one,
wave 1.
But like wave 1 was 300 points, and you had 3 ships or 2 ships aside.
Yeah, and that was Q's Gen Con special that took advantage of the Demolisher problem.
Right, but then it lost to Garm, which, as Diggs will point out, Garm has won.
Garm has won more world championships than Imperials, which.
That's why you're on Team M.
And right now, you can on our blog, you can see Biggs's rolling dumpster fire commentary and how to run a list. It's certainly a list.
It is certainly a list. I see the benefits of it, and I appreciate it.
Do you really?
Because I run Leia. Don't look at me like I'm going to run something legitimate.
That's an excellent point.
Yeah.
I woke up to, I usually wake up at 5 in the morning and go work out. And, I check my notifications on my phone while I'm in the gym. And sometime around 2 a.m., Schmitty and Biggs had a shared delusion about. You may have seen it on our blog or the entire Discord chat. That was something to wake up to. I really feel like I can't leave them without adult supervision.
I do appreciate.
Hey, it's a new way to play the game. As much as I like to give them, it's always fun to come up with new and different. Yeah. All right. So we were just told that we're in the squad phase now. Hera has passed road to Wedge, and you said Dutch. Dutch. Yeah.
Yeah. Sure. We're gonna say Dutch.
Dutch.
Or gold. It doesn't matter.
Yeah. Okay.
It's got to be Dutch much. There's no way to give gold right now.
And so you'll see him. Yeah. Okay. I think Dennis is going to stay back. Yeah. You see him measuring there. He does not want to get an alpha strike from some of these rogue squadrons. Because, like we said, Nathan's able to have 5 rogues in a given turn. Yeah. So the flip side of that is Dennis is probably going to open up quickly on these rebel squadrons and look to at least hammer one away at the beginning of next turn. All right, so what are we doing here?
I think neither one of them wants to commit to the alpha because that's as soon as one
These
does.
are 2 very conservative players, which I should tell you would kind of get you to the top of our monitor. But that said,
conservative, but I'd say
yes,
I'd say more Nathan is very exacting in that he knows exactly
what he needs. Yeah, what he needs to win. So I'd be interested to see if Nathan turns up the throttle a little bit then. Because I think Dennis is going to be able to outstrike here, and I bet you he will. I bet you he will walk back just like he did last time. All right. So Geek's gonna start a little tally for us.
As things score. Live or die.
Because it's going to die as a 2 call. It's almost like there's a way to do these things that FFG knows and we don't. Again, we are not affiliated in any way with FFG.
We are very professional bloggers.
Very professional blogs. Those words are usually not put together in the same sentence.
So digging a little more into 2-ship,
Yeah.
I know you said you did fine against it, or you thought you talked about how to play against it.
So yeah, my first game, I played a 2-ish ship or some variant of it twice through this tournament. And like I said, it was freaking everywhere. I'm amazed I only played it twice. But I did play twice.
I believe there were 3 mirror matches of the first round.
Yeah, first round there were 3 2-ship mirror matches. Good chunk of Canadians brought it.
My buddy Nick brought it. After he won Atlanta with it, which Chicago.
So the first game I had not actually gotten a live game against it. I knew the theory, and I made the mistake of going against my own theory and taking my Raz flagship out wide just to make certain it didn't get shot. That ended up getting it out of the game for 5 out of 6 turns and basically wasting 70 points of firepower.
Right.
So on my second game, which against Sam, I did the sideways deployment. It also helped that I won the roll-off. We both had an 11-point bid. So I had first player, realized that he wasn't going to be able to do the last first, obviously. But I did stay back far enough with my combat ships, let the flotillas go for the Radis spotting. And he pretty much had no choice but to try and kill a flotilla, to try and stop an optimal drop. He also had horrible rolling, and my flotilla lived, and the Liberty dropped down and blew the shit out of the Quasar. So that ended up being a 6-5 slog, because the last turn of the game, I unapologetically rammed the shit out of the interdictor, leaving my CR90s fairly low on raw health, only to have them eaten by the squad commands from the surviving Gazanti and Morna being rogue. So 6-5, still beat it, and it really didn't feel too oppressive to me. Again, first time I didn't have first player, I felt like I could have beat it, but I think I made the mistake on going after the right ship. And
the other thing, though, I know I've heard several people say, and my previous list, the lay list that I had, was built to tank the tank, and it did tank with bigs and 2 excellence, because it's 2-ship exploits a lot of the fact that no one's running bigs, no one's running a bunch of YT-1300s.
We've moved away from the bigs ball with the Riken aces. The 2-ship really exploits that.
And I've heard people that say they hate it, and I think Eric hit it like 2 or 3 times today, just having to fight it over and over again, and it just gets...
Anytime you have to fight the same list over and over and over again, it just becomes a killjoy.
So
maybe we'll start seeing less of it, because it did not make. I think number 4 was a 2-ship. Well, Norm was running something weird.
Norm was running a pretty ship.
He didn't have price though.
I don't know. I only glanced. Norm was a very nice guy when I talked to him for like 5 seconds, but I attended Worlds. Norm was at or the one that makes Norm sound better, whatever the way that
Norm was number 3.
Yes.
So Norm faced Nathan in the final round. It went 6-5, but Dennis notched an 8-3 to jump himself back up into that top 2. But Norm was running an ISD and a projection expert non-demo gladiator.
Projection expert 7th fleet.
7th fleet.
Yeah. Because the way that happened with Norm a couple times, because Norm's first round today, he faced Yick, and from what I understand, went to speed 0 turn 1 and spent 6 turns at speed 0.
I don't think that was first round. I think that was second round.
Yeah, but just the simple fact, with 7th fleet, with projection experts, and with Brunson, that ISD will live the squads, and if you keep the squads and trade the gladiator forward.
I don't think he took price, so it's not traditional and I say traditional by a fairly new archetype, but it's not traditional 2-ship. So, and then number 4 may have been the top 2-ship, and I think that was based on a very late 10-1. I haven't seen his list yet. And then
was it Ryan Rhodes or no?
No, it was.
I know he said something 6.
Brown. I can't remember his name. It's very strong. I probably got it on my phone.
We got
here we go. All right. So sorry for number 4, who was Nicholas Brown. All right, I remember the last name. Hey. So I don't know what he's running. I think he may have been 2-ship. And then I was running a 0 squad Radis. So I was next up on the list. Number 6, I don't know what Ryan was running. Number 7,
No, Ryan was running 2-ship.
Ryan was running 2-ship. Okay, Sam was running a 2.5-ship. Mackenzie, I don't know what he was running.
2-ship-ish.
Okay, yeah. So I guess we did have a lot of 2-ship.
I have to confirm that, but I thought it was a lot of 2-ship or 2-ship-ish.
Yeah. And then Yick was running.
No, Mac was running Thrawn. I remember that.
Thrawn, yeah.
Dennis said.
Yeah. So and then Yick from last year's finals, he was running a.
We talked about that.
Yeah, we already talked about that. And then rounding out the top 10 is Alex T. She doesn't really like to have her true name online, so we'll keep it that. She goes by Duckbird on the forums and on Discord. She was running Maydeen. Yes, I said Maydeen. So it's official. The number 3 Rebel Admiral is Maydeen. If you're not running Maydeen, you must be a noob.
Yeah.
I mean, if you can't make it work, you're just doing something wrong.
And as we all know, Rican is only good when you're losing. So
yeah, Rican's only good when you're losing. You don't need to worry about that. Radis is OP, Rican is worthless, and Maydeen is the cream of the crop. Okay.
The thing I like about, you want me to call her Alex or Duck? She's more.
Just call her Alex.
Alex. The thing I like about it is she's basically a successful version of me in that she'll run something that she finds fun and is, for lack of a better term, Armada hipsterish.
So she's a lot like Nathan in that she's incredibly precise. What's really almost aggravating is that Alex has been playing for about a year, a little over a year. Her second tournament was last year's finals. Second tournament of all time was last year's regionals.
Okay.
So 2018 regionals was Alex's second tournament
Good.
ever. And then this year's regionals, she came in second. She lost the cut game, but to be that good at this game that fast is a little infuriating.
I know the feeling. It's
So we're firmly into turn 2 here. It looks like what's that's gone over there? It looks like
ships literally about to run
most wanted. So that would be the Quantum Storm's already gone.
I didn't notice. Doing great this game.
Yeah, we're doing great at the play-by-play.
Mm-hmm.
Just talking randomly about our own bullshit. Like, oh yeah,
it's not influencing the game, so that's the important part.
All right, so Senegor is moving up. Going to probably continue to be a spot.
Nathan was telling me that's what Dennis basically uses as a spotter,
which he stole from our good European friend over here, Gink. First one to really use that.
The thing I like about
happy.
The thing I like a lot about a lot of the more recent ships that have been released, the Arc-10s, the Hammerhead, they're a lot. They've aged well. They've aged well, but they've also been a lot harder to kill with squadrons. The Arc, because of the 2 redirects and contained, does not die bombers easy, much like the Hammerhead. Like it's I was doing the math on this. You cannot kill a Hammerhead with Merrick Morgan unless every shot comes in the back and is perfect. The minute one of them doesn't get the 2 or 3 hits that they need to roll, the Hammerhead lives. Or you bring another squadron, which has happened to Eric when he was playing Ryan and number 6 in the last round, and Ryan rolled up with Merrick Morgan, and they all rolled perfectly, and then Denger came in and down goes the Hammerhead. ISD goes and pops another Hammerhead, and Eric decided.
And I'm one who just tried the Hammerhead early.
Yeah.
He's like, oh god, this is awful. I can't make this work. But in time, it's kind of aged well.
The thing I like about it that is unique to Rebellion, that possibly 2-click at joint 1.
Yeah, they're incredibly flexible.
Phenomenal.
Even at speed 3, you use a navigate command, you've got 2 clicks.
You're going sideways.
And somebody who spammed the crap out of them, Sato, they can be fun little ships. You just have to treat them as entirely disposable.
They're disposable, but they take 2 shots to kill, and it's after that first shot. That's when you go activate it and try for a ram if you can.
And fully expect. And then the Arc-10s here gets a bad rap because of its very difficult maneuver chart.
I think as supporters they're good.
Yeah.
Don't make a list of. Don't make a list of 5. Sorry.
Yeah.
I'm that guy.
Dennis here isn't really using it. Firepower, but Alex, when we played at Nova, she had an excellent 2 Arc-10s list. put intel officers on it and something that gave it an extra die. She was using enhanced armaments or quad battery turrets. I think one or the other.
One of each, because my buddy Matt, who was getting back in the game, we basically gave him her list, said, "Here you go," and he did better than I did yesterday. So,
all right.
Yeah.
All right. So the Architects can work. It's by no means easy. And again, Dennis isn't using it here for really any of the firepower on it, but he's using it for a title. And to be fairly tough. This is, like you said, it's not going to be particularly easy to kill squadrons. It's got 2 shields all around, double redirects, so it can wade into this squad fight pretty confident that unless a ship comes up and actually tries to make it its little bitch. There we go. Had to get some swearing in there.
Oh, you said shit earlier. Don't worry.
Oh yeah, I did too.
Yeah.
Okay. What do you want? You want the list? Okay. Yeah. How about it? Okay. So, who are we on? Dennis just went, right? Or we have...
Dennis just moved.
No, I think we also had Nathan go. Nathan looks like he moved up one of the CR90s while we weren't paying attention. People on the stream, thank you for actually paying attention to the game, unlike John and I being the self-obsessed, egotistical assholes that we are.
Very good question. As we all know, the medical center is in the bottom left corner.
Hey, at least this year, your streamers actually know how the game works. Even if half of us are drunk.
Yes. Again, not affiliated with FFG, and I am mostly sober.
Maybe we should change that.
That sounds good.
All right.
Oh,
So
the fun
maybe
fact.
we'll start a drinking game for you. How about every time Tokura strokes his beard?
Tokura or Nathan, both of them do.
Do they both do it?
They both do it.
I think we might need to drink every time somebody strokes a beard.
I gotta drive home later.
You're driving?
Yeah, I'm driving. I got a couple buddies. I have one buddy staying in my apartment, and I almost had 2, but luckily Corey was able to take
something one of them can drive.
Corey got a hotel with Justin, and he took a train from one airport in Chicago to another, which sounds like an easy thing to do, but you have to go outside the city to inside the city to outside the city. It's a nice hour-and-a-half solid trip, and it is terrible.
What did he just flip?
Oh.
What?
Oh, Quasar's launching 5 spots.
Okay, what card did he just flip? What card did he just flip? Squall? Oh. He just put it on the table?
Yeah. So
Okay.
he's going to use the squall to move through squads.
Apparently he decides to put it on the table to do that? Okay.
There's a reason that squall is commonly seen with
With all Imperial squads, really. It gives it a very good amount of maneuverability. It's good for the squad versus squad fight, gives a great alpha strike, but if you are dumb enough like me to not run any squadrons, it gives them free reign the entire...
to be speed 7 interceptors.
Yeah, apparently John doesn't know 2 + 5 is 7, not 8.
Listen, I'm running a 38-point commander. I thought it was 3 for a second.
How often do you actually play against Squall?
Relatively often. Like I said, my buddy
You
Nick.
thought it was 3?
No, it's been forever since I played Nick, because it's nicely the benefit of that dumb Leia list is A, nothing's worth a point except for Leia herself, and B, I can eat with Biggs and 2 X-Wings. I've eaten Sloan and...
All right, we're getting our first shot of the game in here. Looks like we got...
Flight controller's tie.
Flight controller tie, what is that?
Damage was dealt. Look, we don't... what we're helping
Yeah,
for.
exactly. So we're just going in there. I'm going to go with process of elimination. That was
Looked like a
4
tie.
blue dice.
With
That
flight
was
controllers.
probably Hal Runner, I'm guessing. Then.
How to start it?
Yeah, how to start it, since Hal only has 3. She doesn't boost herself, so she's usually a good one to start with.
Yeah.
Let's see what he follows up with next. We have 5 squadrons probably coming in here, going for an alpha strike.
Probably Valenciana, Mahler, and
Merrick
Saber.
Jones.
Saber.
Saber, you don't think American gentleman?
Merrick Jennings comes with later because Howell's going to boost.
Yeah, and then
Merrick,
Mahler's going to
Mahler.
splash. Well, I'm not sure he's got much room to splash there. Hal Runner?
Yeah.
That was Hal Runner? Okay.
Yeah. So there's the 6 possible. Oh, not Merrick. The 5 I'm
five.
expecting: Howell, Mahler, Valenciana, Saber, because Howell going to boost all of those.
That's true.
Yeah.
Yeah, Merrick you can do pretty much any time on his own. He's kind of your independent operator. That's a good point.
Yeah. Merrick Jennings, just go with later.
Going
And Dinger would be
next.
nice to move, but be
All
for
right,
more counter.
and
But I don't know.
You're right.
if
That
that's-
looks to be Saber Squadron. Since shooting at distance too. Looks like he's trying to bring down dash early to take away all that damage you were talking about. I'm guessing that's probably a lesson learned from earlier today. I don't know how that went.
I'm not really sure.
Ooh, there you go.
He locked one in slowing back. I assume Nathan used it.
So probably got the 2 damage on him. And how I'm guessing got at least 1.
Yeah. 3 hold left. Yeah.
3 hold left.
Three,
Yeah. So 3 damage, 3 hold left.
I know the other reason Nathan likes dash is dash being the second tanky squad in the game with 6 hold and 2 braces.
So here comes another one. That looks to be, is that Dengar? That was Dengar.
I guess for the counter. Because Dengar have swarm?
Yes, swarm.
Okay.
So this will be 3. It'll be he'll boost up to 5 with the flight controllers, and he's just as strong as any regular tie. I'm not sure if he's taking 5 or if he had a, let's see, he's got expand hanger, so if he banked the token, he can do 6.
He's going 5.
4 damage. All right, so that's probably gonna be braced.
Yeah. Well, he takes out 1 brace with the Sloan, and Nathan will pop the other to keep dash alive. Just one more turn to make him commit to him.
This is the band.
What? Oh, so that's dead dash.
Yeah. Pick it up to 5 in accuracy.
4 in accuracy. But he had 3 health. So so dash is down.
Is he? Hold on.
Yeah.
He can spend the other bricks.
No. 2 accuracies. 2 accuracies and 4 damage.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, I missed that. Wait, he rolled like that.
No, he said he's down.
No, I don't think he's dead. Unless is he dead?
Yeah.
Oh, he's not breaking. Okay,
Yeah.
so he went down. We must have miscounted damage or something like that. Or
Again, great.
oh no, he rolled 3 damage and 2 accuracies. Dead or Riken?
No, he took it off.
Oh yeah, he's gone. Okay, so dash is down. So that's a 24-point swing already in the game. And that still leaves 2 to 3 more squadrons for the rest of it. So where do you think he goes after next?
If Nathan's bunched up, Wedge or Dutch is my thought. Depends on where the escort is on it, but Wedge is going to be fine.
Wedge is up front there with escort. I can't really tell who's a little further back there.
Probably Gold and Ketsu is my guess because
I feel like Wedge makes a lot of sense here.
Knowing Nathan, he uses Gold and Ketsu as bomber. Bomber's not. They really shouldn't be used. Gold especially should not be used for its anti-squad. You're doing it wrong. You're doing it wrong, and I say that even though I got 75th place. You should not be doing that. If you have to, cool, but
wonderful amount of precision. That looks like. I'm thinking that's probably Valen. That looks like Valen. Nope, it's definitely not Valen.
Mauler, maybe. Let's see.
Yeah, well, he didn't splash, so I don't know.
Probably Valen. We're thinking Valen.
Those are blue dice in his hand. Oh, because of flight controllers. Yes, that is Valen.
Flight controllers and how?
Flight controllers how? All right, so it is Valen.
That would be 4.
Ooh, 4 M. Yes, he's going for Wedge. So at least 2 damage there on Wedge as he braces. All right, and then who's just coming up here? That is Sienna, most likely, I believe. Yeah, bringing that up. And it's going to be another 6 blue dice. Ooh,
who's coming?
I think it's Sienna.
Ooh,
yeah. So it's going to be.
She's a nightmare to deal with.
Yeah, and he's not going to be able to break free. All right, so we got 2 accuracies, 3 damage, 2 damage. Okay, and then 2 accuracies will probably spend something. All right. So I think Dennis has 1 more squad, or is he done? He's done. He's picking up the maneuver tool. All right. So Quasar's moving up. This goes very slow, speed 1. And first blood is already to Dennis, and some significant damage on Wedge already.
Yeah. But because Nathan doesn't have to attack Sienna. No, with Valenciana, he's hitting. The only 2 are Valen and Sienna that are hitting Wedge. And so Wedge is going to have to hit Sienna, which might, depending on how she rolls on the count and all that. If Wedge has, I didn't see how many health Wedge has left, but that could lead to.
Yeah, I think he's the only shot he's got is Sienna, and she's going to be obstructed.
It's still 5 blue.
It's still 5 blue, yeah. And I'm, yeah.
You can one-shot her, which... Wedge is at 1 health.
1 health, yeah. So I would expect Mauler to come in here at some point and probably finish off the job. Because unless Nathan's queued up squadron commands, which he may have, I doubt it. Well, and the flotilla is going right now. He's not squadroning.
He's bringing Torn in.
So he's bringing Torn in to help the fight, but he's only got Mad Command. He's not going to have the squadron command in there to help at all.
So Wedge is probably about to die from Mauler.
I do not expect Wedge to make it to the squad phase, except through Riken. So I think that's probably why Nathan was debating whether or not he was going to Riken dash. I think Wedge is absolutely. I think he probably anticipated Wedge probably taking the next hits. And it's kind of been the nice thing about post-Riken nerf. I mean, we've still bitch and moan and whine about him, but he's significantly tamer now that he's got that limitation. Because the idea that Dash would still be alive, and Wedge would still be alive, and whatever else died this turn still be alive, there's probably a good reason we nerfed the shit.
There's an American going on Wedge too, but there's really no reason to.
Yeah. I would just kill him with incidental damage from Mauler.
The problem then to get the incidental damage from Mauler, he then is going to have to. Mauler's going to have to A, attack Wedge, and B, that means Wedge himself can't attack Mauler.
That's true.
And Dutch can put something to Mauler's backside too while he's down.
I'm not sure I'd be too terribly worried about that, but but the other option is that you leave Wedge around to take a second shot. So he's got to kill him somewhere.
Yes.
He could try and do it with flak, but he doesn't have anything in range to do with flak shots. So I think Mauler is probably your best move to just take him out and then take some extra shots somewhere else. I can't really see from this angle if he can. Can he hit Wedge and probably shoot another squad Mauler? Yeah. Can he hit?
But even if his Mauler comes in, Wedge gets 6 against him.
What's going on here? Nathan's gone, so now we're going.
Jimmy nervous.
Jimmy nervous about what?
Oh, sure.
Oh, yeah, whatever. Apparently our cameraman is making FFG's organized play representatives rather nervous with his theatrics. All right. Someone's been very nice to give us the stream so we can actually see what the hell is going on.
Oh.
And see some of the closest
I see an arm.
There is, however, a fairly significant delay, so yeah, it doesn't really help us any anyway. All right, so Mauler popped in.
Yep.
So Wedge is dead. I'd be curious to see.
He's got to keep Wedge alive. Just make sure that he can protect.
Zombie? Yeah, so we got a Wedge zombie on our hands.
No shot on anybody but Wedge. Yeah, no reason to shoot Wedge. Just...
So he probably shot someone.
No shot. He's just gotten a camera and steps to it, and it's giving us a very mean look as if it's our fault.
Hey, I'm not paying attention. I'm paying attention to the game.
Yeah.
If he bleeds for the cause, that makes this production all the more impressive in my opinion.
The one thing I will say, even though we are, again, not affiliated with FFG, the FFG guys are the best, like one of the better parts of this. Like, I love the FFG guys in this community. They're so supportive.
Ian's an absolute, but
he's not even FFG.
Not even FFG, but he hangs around these guys all the time. And he's always FFG's go-to judge.
Jimmy, Brooks, are matches.
Jimmy and Brooks have been
Jimmy looks scared.
Absolutely fantastic. You guys should be very excited that Brooks has been so involved with the playtesting. So I can say we are play testers. Obviously, we can't comment on anything that's being tested.
Everything I like,
and the thing and the place and the title.
Yes. That conversation actually happened last night at the Buffalo Wild Wings with 4 of us and about 6 other people sitting around the table and be like, super great guys, you're really helping me here.
And they've also already said there is more stuff in production. And so Brooks has been heading a lot. And he is I don't think I'm going too far outside the lines there. It's just a nice thing to be on a playtest forum and just have someone like saying something on every single playtest. I mean, it sounds like a small thing, but I mean, it shows that how much he cares.
Yes.
He takes, even if he doesn't have any questions about test, thank you for the test.
Yeah,
I mean,
and
it's just great feedback to the playtesters. He cares a lot about the game. He actually understands a lot about how the direction of the game.
I like a lot of.
Yeah, we are very content starved here in Armada, but I think this is I really think it's going to be the second half of this year is going to be great.
I know.
Finally get the damn SSD that was tested ages ago.
You did the testing, yeah. I know. Keep the faith. It'll be fine. It's dumb, but from 2 playtesters, the game is looking up. We promise. And let's stop. Let's change that topic before we say something
stupid.
Oh, did you guys hear about the SSD too? And I now just lost my NDA. There is no SSD too. Denying it only proves it's true.
We did see a guy walking around with an InfoWars shirt unironically today.
That was his second InfoWars shirt. There was one yesterday too.
Oh,
yeah.
All right, now back to the game.
Mm-hmm. Yes, very important to see. It looks like here comes Merrick and Jen. Oh, they're gonna hit.
What are they gonna hit? Let's see. I wouldn't be surprised if he maybe went for a flotilla here, just to eliminate the slicer tool problem, because he's very vulnerable to that. He does have a skilled first officer on the Quasar, so he can get by for a little bit.
He's relaying through Centaur. Yeah. He's using the Centaur relay, which I have to wonder, and I realize because Centaur never actually got hit with the relay nerf.
Mm-hmm.
I don't want to use the word Dennis is exploiting it, because that implies I'm throwing shade at him. But
it went from a dud title to a very, very useful title.
Yes.
Just through the relay.
Yes.
And I'm perfectly okay with that. I think that's great. It's an unintended consequence by every.
I'm not asking for it, but you don't think it needs a nerf?
No, absolutely not.
That's fine. Okay.
Absolutely not.
Right. I mean, you're still running on it. It's still.
Yeah, you're talking about a very specific ship. You're not talking about anywhere on the board. You're talking about being around Centaur. So I think he's probably going for the rear of that flotilla there. Probably just trying to force scatter. I think he wants to take down that flotilla. I think that's Torn. Yeah, it's Torn. Hence why he's going at the rear. He's got to get Bright Hope. Get past Bright Hope.
Yeah.
So it looks like, I don't see what the dice roll is, but it looks like he did just manage to get some damage.
The accuracy and
He did get the accuracy, okay.
Accuracy and at least 1 damage crit. So.
Yeah, so and then Jendon was going to tap him again. Good old Merrick Jendon combo. I apologize for the background noise here. We are in the middle of the Adepticon Hall. Star Wars Legion and X-Wing are still going on behind us. So our apologies if you can't hear us over the announcements every once in a while.
Because that's possible. I believe Dennis has rolled. Yeah, the scatter's gone off the flotilla.
Okay.
Yep, he didn't use debating well enough to re-roll a crit and turn it into he rolled 2 damage and well enough to re-roll a crit that he got.
So I'm guessing Sloan spent it the first time and then Nathan decided to discard it to get rid of the damage. That's probably indicates Bright Hope's not going to be long for this world.
I don't know, because Dennis is out of squadrons with the exception of there was something left, I swear. He only activated 5.
Yeah. So,
the scatter's gone off Bright Hope.
Yeah, we hear you.
We are paying attention. It looks like we're not. And it's I will say
I'm a little concerned because that's a lot. It's not a lot of points to do so far. But I think Torin might be a quiet linchpin of Nathan's list.
Oh, very sure.
And I think if that thing goes down early next turn, I think Nathan's got a legitimate question of whether he should.
Yeah, he's flagging from the. He's flagging from 109s. I'm not sure if it's the B or the A. No, I fully believe that it is a linchpin to the list.
So if it goes down early next turn, I'm curious if he would like it. that would really inhibit a lot of his quadrants.
Because Wedge is dead, I think he probably would. With the
Do you have any questions about anything over there? Yes.
no, we're done. I think
We're taking educated guesses and turning out to be right about 10 seconds later.
I will say the one thing I always love about Worlds is just the sheer number of familiar Armada faces that are here from the Discord, from the forums. Like, as I look around, we have classic Ben, Rakash, JJ's Juggernaut, a lot of the guys from Detroit.
Yeah, we got that Rim Drop, we got the folks. Brick House, he's been at Worlds every year. He was
Rebel Jacket.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I've never actually been, like, I think we were talking earlier. So
yeah,
I'm doing great at this guy.
We saw Art Hall earlier today. We got Kinkapoo, a bunch of folks from Britain. We got Sam Simmons, Rast, and then just a whole bunch of people that are very passionate about the game, and it's really fun to be here. I mean, this is my first chance actually getting to go here, but I'll tell you what, if you ever have the opportunity to just attend a Worlds, I know it's going to invite only. We're not affiliated with FIG, so we can say it really sucks that it's going to invite only. I really don't like that.
I don't either. I made a whole blog post about it. Because of the just camaraderie of this community and togetherness. The thing I asked for, and I talked to an FFG guy, and I don't want to say any, like, I talked to Steve, but I really hope there's not a Steve from the company who has to answer me for me later. When did you talk to John? You weren't even in Chicago. But the thing I was suggesting is someone had suggested running like a hyperspace trials or something like that. Like if Worlds is invite only, but you have like, let's call it Baby Worlds or Worlds Junior, where it's just, here's a big tournament, it's the same time as Worlds, and you didn't get in Worlds, but it's open to as many people as want to, do it, and just, you can come, and you're not going Worlds, and you'll get like, slightly different prizes, or even the same prizes, just participation. That, I think, would be what the community wants. Like, just, I would go through a 6-round, 102-player tournament if I have to, just to attend both of these people.
I know Nathan in his article was very polite. There's some polite rivalries, and Team Canada is definitely one that likes to show up and be very competitive. But you gotta respect them rolling in. They rolled in with full-on jerseys this year. They were freaking sweet, I have to admit.
So you're getting jerseys for Nova guys next year?
Oh God, no.
It's Twitter talk. Fair Games going jerseys, even harder than jerseys.
But I mean, we're not gonna have stuff like that because we're gonna have one Canadian national champion, we're going to have a couple regionals, and you're not going to have that giant Canadian contingent that plays really competitive.
Unless they're attending a bunch of regionals, which the nice thing about the Midwest, I went to visit my sister in Ohio and attended the Ohio regionals.
HIE Corvette sidearm.
Did it black? It was black?
Now, he just moved it and it's sidearm from one of the arcades.
Okay, so that's yeah. So we'll see how it goes.
On the stream, why who you guys are, who's playing.
Yeah.
Okay, guys. So we just got told by Karnik to reintroduce ourselves to folks playing that just joined the stream. So I am Chris Truthiness Fritz. With me is John. I'm not going to try and say your last name.
John Geek 19 Zidem. We write for the 2 Armada blogs that exist. I think I can say that, right? There's no other ones.
I think there's some others here.
Oh no, there's like Monday Minutia. I'm sorry for the people that still write, but it's like we're the old guard in this thing, which is very weird to be.
It is.
Do you even recognize? Because I do, and it's very weird. Hey, you're that guy.
Whoa. Yes, I do. I happen to know that a lot. So to your left, and I don't think you can see them on the stream, but on the left-hand side is Nathan Cota.
Running Rebels.
Running Rebels. You should recognize him from last year's World. He is last year's World Champion. And to the right is Dennis. Dennis, also known as, sorry, I'm getting the last name here. Dennis Schrocky. He is a multiple German national champion. He also goes by Toker on the forums. These are 2 very precise players, and they dive into this game.
Nathan's running an Rebel MSU with MC30, a CN90A, CN90B, 2 GRs, and a smattering of Rebel squadrons.
Mostly rogues.
rogues and all hero aces.
All right, and Tokra is running Quasar, Raider, Architect, 2 Gazantes, and then Sloan with the usual suspect of squadrons. So
Monty Sloan's Flying Circus, I believe that's what it's often referred to.
Yeah. So we said this earlier. Yes, this is fairly squad heavy. I know a lot of people might be disappointed by that again, but Nathan's in particular is a very different style. It's not max squadron, so it's about 121, so it's high.
It's squad heavy, but it doesn't feel. It's not built around squads, and that to me,
there are enablers in this list, and not because his heavy hitters are Admiral, the heavy ions on the CR90B, and then the TRT. So this is kind of more of an MSU feel with heavy squadron enablers, and they can kind of swing pretty hard both ways. Yeah, so this, if you're worried about the days of Riken aces with Yavaris ruling the roost, they're very much done. But as we talked about earlier in the stream, there was not a Yavaris in sight at the top row of tables. We're pretty certain that no one inside the top 16 had any Yavaris whatsoever.
I think it's mainly the squishiness of the net.
Probably combined with a few other nerfs. It's still, I think, very viable. I might end up flying it again soon. Nope, he's not running it. So we got the list in front of us. We're going down. I do not recognize anyone having a Yavaris in it. 19?
19. Peter.
Oh yeah, one of the polls is running it. So the highest ranked Yavaris this year was 19. Is that Mahler's dead?
Mahler's dead.
Okay, so Mahler went down. You were right about that being a little bit of a concern.
I think hit him with Dutch first, and
yeah. So that would definitely do it. So yeah, adding that Dutch and then Wedge in there, I still think he made the right call.
I think Dutch and I would guess he did Dutch and Gold. I'm not watching it well. We're talking about it.
Yeah.
I would think Wedge is going to go after Sienna because whatever he can put into her without being countered is perfect because counter 2. But if he gets 2 accuracy, she's taking straight damage. So
yeah. So I think Dennis made the right call here. He got about 3 splash damage, and then he took Wedge out, which means Wedge is not going to come back. Wedge is not going to come back next turn, so I think it's a fair trade. The game is really close here.
The other thing I like about both the lists is they're both deadly with. I know Dennis is focused largely on squats, but the ships can do things too. Like the problem with Yavaris, I think, is the fact that the red dice up front are incredibly unreliable, and you just can't. Like it's a carrier. It's a carrier that is built to just play with Wedge.
Oh, so he must have killed Mahler without Wedge then.
And Wedge's shot Sienna just scattered, which is.
That was Sienna. So Sienna scattered.
Oh, Sienna took 4 damage down too.
Okay. So she braced then. You must accuracy to
right.
The scatter.
Yeah.
Okay, so she's still hanging on for dear life.
And here comes
somebody.
That's probably Hera.
Yeah.
And that's the.
I think that's going to kill it. It's counter damage.
4 with Dengar and. With Dengar and Howler.
Oh my goodness. Alright, he just spent Hera's
race,
it looks like. I think he just discarded it.
No, it's right there. He just flipped it.
Oh, okay.
Because Hera, that was the first time Hera got shot. Because the accuracy from Sienna.
Yeah, the red kind of blends in.
Yeah,
right there.
so then Sienna's down too. It's close still, and it's.
All right. Well, Nathan's hitting back harder than I expected. He
was. What? That's at 1. Oh man. Okay. That's with 1 health.
Yeah.
I have to believe he's going to bring Ketsu in because, well, if he can bring Ketsu in, then it will lock the squad down.
Yeah, that must have been Ketsu that killed Sienna.
Okay. No, he rolled blue, black. So
that was Hera then.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
But with the Mauler splash,
we must have missed an attack.
2 health.
2 health.
Okay. 2 health for Ketsu with the Mauler splash and the shot from Mauler.
Yeah.
That'll do it.
Alright, he's countering again, missing another damage, and there goes Ketsu.
Yeah.
Wow.
No,
Oh,
it's
never
3.
mind. Sorry, I forgot he's
It's gotta be gold. It's gotta be gold squadron.
Oh, yeah, there
See?
it is.
See?
All right,
We
that's
are vaguely
Wedge.
counted.
So that was Wedge. Wedge came off. Guess we're at the end of the round. So we're going into turn 3. The scores are pretty tight right now. What
Nathan. Math.
Okay.
Bad math.
Okay. That's third 2. So we're. Matt, you are terrible at math, John.
Just a math major.
All
It's
right.
fine.
Are you serious?
Math and physics, yeah.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
Math and physics, and then I became an engineer.
Math and physics, and they can't do basic addition and subtraction.
Math and physics from a university with more Nobel Prizes and helped develop the atomic bomb because.
And you can't do 1 plus 2.
You lose the ability to do basic math.
All right, so right now the scores stand at 43 for
Nathan's dead.
Yeah,
I'm sorry, I'm just totaling dead points.
Yeah, so the score right now is 43 to 32 in favor of Dennis. Pretty even so far, but I really do think when that torn flotilla goes down, you're gonna start to see a house of cards go down.
Because.
But the question is,
yeah. And we lost.
We lost
Dash
Wedge and Dash.
The beauty of this
probably shouldn't be writing it.
No, it's too late. It's already done. We're doing great at this. Well, I can read through it, and I mean Nathan's list. I'm sure we've got enough people watching and enough of monitors. Hey guys, what is Dennis running? I know I did the cast for it, but
just to list
do
an X next this time.
Yeah. So my theory is whenever Dennis goes with the Quasar like he's doing now, he comes another 4 or 5 squadrons. I'm gonna guess another Howl, probably Howl, Balance, Saber, and Dengar.
We're at the top of 3 right now, right? Yeah, we said it.
Alright.
Yep, so he opened up with
The issue that's going to happen, and with that Sloan lifeboat there, Nathan can take out the Quasar and Centaur, but
has he actually revealed the command? Oh, he hasn't revealed it yet because he's doing Squall.
Yeah.
Nathan, so he's bringing stuff in for Squall. No surprise there.
Nathan needs to take out the Architects because if he doesn't,
all right. So
the
we're starting off with Jendon tapping Merrick again.
He rolled. He's not tapping. Oh, from Merrick bombing.
Yeah, Merrick's bombing the right hook.
Structural.
Structural. Okay, and then I think there's no scatter left, so I would fully expect the second tap from Jendon, or from Merrick here.
No, with the structural, that was the 2 damage in the.
Structural?
Tornfar's dead, yeah, that's what I thought.
Okay.
Dead.
Did he just die? Oh, man. Yep, that's what we expected. Okay. Yeah, sorry, I only saw 2 cards. I guess there were 3 because of the structural.
Same.
So yeah, he, as we kind of speculated he might do, he Riken Bright Hope because Torn is pretty critical to just surviving the squad fight.
Yeah. And he may.
And I worry that he's just being too timid with the CR90s.
I don't think he is because the shooting gold.
Okay, so we got one of the gold's gone as well, 5 damage. Yep, gold squadron's down, so that's another 12 points for Dennis.
Okay.
You already added in the Bright Hope.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm just gonna add them all. Just sorry, here we go.
Okay.
I'm doing my math right. So Dennis is at 82. 60. 70. Yeah, 82. Yeah, Dennis is 82 points killed.
Okay.
So Nathan's down to 50.
Yeah.
But
he can make that up pretty easily if he can get some Quasar.
Because he got the Quasar going first. The Architects, Nathan has to kill that Architects before the Gazantes can go. But I believe Jendon might be in range of that back because of that one Gazante near it. But with the HIE, and I realize that's a very not easy statement, you may have to go for the double ram on the arc just to put the damage in that thing, because otherwise it's if that arc gets to center for relay, that's Nathan's not doing great.
Ooh, somebody gets a very lovely prize over in Legion there.
That's nice. I get it for free ATSC.
Yeah, that'd be nice.
Yeah. I will say.
All right, we got another squad attack coming in here. Looks like Accuracy and 3 damage. 2 damage. To who is that? That looks like Hera. Not Hera. Oh no. And Ketsu's still hanging around over there, so I'm surprised he's not taking a shot there. But he's got the scattered.
Here comes Valen.
Here comes Valen. Valen just did 4 damage to Hera.
Accuracy. That's good.
And an accuracy.
Yeah.
So he'll spend. Oh, and Hera's down now too. Man, that's folding fast. So 110.
Yeah.
And I think this is what I'm worried about.
The squads, if Nathan's on what? Ketsu and Dutch, which
Ketsu
Dutch is a
Dutch.
tank. But
Kind of.
what?
Kind of.
Not against Sloan squads, but I mean it's the same as Dash, the 6 health 2 praise.
No.
Assuming Style has them, I can sort of see things.
Yeah. So it looks like he's pulling a squad. It looks like Dennis is pulling a squad back over. Looks like he's pulling him back out of flak range. It looks like.
So he's bringing his squads back.
Yeah. So this is exactly the TCP that Nathan described to you while you were eating earlier. So he's bringing them back, getting them out of flak range because they are fairly vulnerable to flak with being fairly low health squadrons. So he's using Synagor to kind of shield them back after having taken some shots with them.
If Nathan can find out, and I know the Quasar is the linchpin of Dennis's list, but he needs Synagor dead. He needs Synagor dead just because it's.
Yeah, and that puts
Oh,
a
he's
tough
removing the hoodie. Nathan's going to remove his hoodie.
The hoodie's off. It's game. Oh man, the hoodie's off. That looked like game on.
I think it's Nathan's taking a seat, just trying to figure
Okay,
out
so
where
Nathan's just taking his time, thinking things over.
I'm being loud, sorry.
Apparently we're being loud. So.
I'm being loud, I know. My dad yells at me all the time. Stop being so loud.
So yeah, Nathan's in a bad place here. And yeah, you're saying Synagor's gonna die, but I mean the Quasar right there is probably just as much of a linchpin. But you're right. I mean, those 2 Byzantes are just pouring squad commands through Synagor. So what do you take out first? You take out Synagor and take out 4 squad commands a turn, or do you take out the Quasar for 4 squad commands a turn?
I think he takes out the Centaur specifically.
I think he has to at this point because it's just physically in the way.
And
HIE for that.
Okay, so yeah, the heavy ions are going to be pumping at. This is the side shot. Torn.
He's flacking.
No, he's shooting the Synagor. So looks like he did not get heavy ions in this round. So I'm going to guess that Dennis is redirecting to the rear. So I think he double RK'd, so he's probably going to take a second from it.
No, he doesn't. What? Yeah, he's holding direct, yes. It looks like he didn't have the shot on the.
No, it looks like he missed the shot. Oh, he overshot it.
Yeah.
And I don't think the flag is doing anything.
The flag's still okay. What?
Alright, so I think that was. They're checking the arc on some of this stuff. I'm very surprised he didn't get double arc there, man.
Yeah, I think it was just slightly off navigating. I've had those moments myself.
Man.
I had a lot of those
very,
moments myself.
That is very un-Nathan-like.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, see, this is why I was worried about it. Like, I love heavy ions on a Raider because you can throw a bunch of things in Imperialist. Like, you can use Torpedo, you can use Screed to guarantee it, or you can bring veteran gunners to just try again. But Rebels don't have anything like that. You have Torn, but
and that's why he kept rolling because he needed HIEs.
But it didn't do enough.
I mean, if you've got it on the,
if you're fishing for heavy ions, it just Imperials I think can do it better. Unless you're bringing, now the exception is on big things. Like I think Imperials can do the small ship heavy ion better with the Raider, but like Liberties, and if you really want to go crazy, you can do it on Thunder Iron. You put Khaki and Chivalon on there, like I do with the Liberty, and just go for broke.
I know. Yick yesterday had HIEs on his Defiance 80.
But he was using nothing but Torn and Rerolls.
Torn but I mean, Torn Defiance and with enough blues is the problem, and it's.
That's true.
And I mean,
like medium range, you're talking Defiance and quad battery turrets. You're just talking about 5 days. You're probably going to get it. But three is about where I feel like you need to just go for fishing.
Right. And as much as I would love to be like, oh man, if I was Nathan,
I
I would
think
have fun.
he's-
Like, I don't know what Nathan was. And like,
So
I specifically said to Nathan
I
today,
think
like,
Nathan might have the double arc on the next turn here with the Quasar.
right, which is why probably Navin was a good choice there. It's the squads are gonna kill Nathan's squads. Match yourselves, but if Ketsu stays out of things, which she can, that might be because if he weakens Ketsu next turn, those squads aren't going much too far, and if he pops the Quasar, it's close. But
Okay, looks like he's going to engine deck as well.
to
I'm
ensure-
guessing he probably didn't get the double arc, and he's probably, or he's just trying to trap it. Yeah, he's pretty close in there. Does he have the double arc? Looks like he does.
the call might be to Ian here, but I don't know.
Oh, judge. Do it. We need a table stand. Come on, Ian. So, those of you who don't know, our judge, Ian Cross, is infamous for doing his table stands to get the absolute perfect angle.
Yeah.
It is a wonder to behold. I think they just agreed it does have a double arc. Yeah, okay. So, the next turn, assuming the CR90B is there, you'll have a double arc and Quasar. So, that gets it to 3 on the side, 4 on the front. I think you'll almost certainly get a heavy ion proc there thanks to most wanted. And this is why I was worried about most wanted.
Here's the question. Apparently, the stream is being asked: what's more helpful for a Quasar, price or flight controllers? As Dennis isn't running price, I believe that answer is quite obvious.
Well, I mean, you don't have to choose between the two. Are you talking about Flight Commander? I imagine.
There's nothing.
Yeah, there's no reason not to have both.
Points and bid, but
Yeah.
Dennis is,
Unless you mean Flight Commander, and I don't think that's really important either. But I think Flight Controller is probably more important. I mean, as Dennis has shown, price is not always used on a Quasar in the 2-ship build even. Sometimes it's on an ISD to try and just get that double bam bam. And especially, and what I've noticed is and on the flip side of it, flight control is with Sloan isn't quite as necessary because Sloan's just hitting like a sack of bricks.
Yeah.
So yeah, I say flight control is probably still more important, specifically in this Sloan list in particular.
Flight controllers with Sloan is amazing because it's one more
I
dice,
think
one more chance to help.
I think 2-ship it's nice when fighting other squads. But not quite as necessary. I think it's going to depend on the build, and I think that's the beauty of it. I mean, you could debate this all day long because in some builds, I think flight control would be more important. In other builds, price would probably be more important.
I think that's the thing too that I really enjoyed most about Armada is not only is it a game of what did you bring in your list, like you can net list things. I know one of Ian's locals net listed that Biggs rolling dumpster fire, and he was a new player, and that did not go well for him. Chris, you told me several people have tried to net list my Leia list, and things do not go well for them. And it didn't go well for me this tournament, but I did do well at Gen Con and several of the regionals throughout 7, 11, and 9, or 9, 11, 7 throughout the fall. I was chasing distance, but I was never really for that. The way you run, the way you play, the way you build, it matters so intensely. I can steal builds and squads, but I have to try it myself and see if it works.
Okay, so it looks like the CRC90 has moved out front of the Quasar. I think Quasar's moved, or not the Quasar, I'm sorry, in front of Senate Court. I had a feeling Senate Court is slow rolling it still. And this is what Nathan needed to do. He really needed to jump out there and start hammering these ships. So he's lost a lot of points in the squad. And I don't think there was going to ever be a way. He needed to buy time because really the only bombing threat here that Dennis really has is Merrick. Merrick and and here, speaking of whom, here comes Merrick again for 2 more damage. Edma's closer toward us. Yeah, it's pretty easy to miss.
Yeah, it's got to be the right?
Yeah, so he's shooting the side of the CR90. I think Nathan is debating where to take the damage. And he just took it straight on the side there, it looks like. So, but that was the second shot from Eric. He just killed Bright Hope earlier, and so he already had the John did pop.
Notice that Gozanti was so far away, and that's why I kept
Yep.
saying Centaur needs to
Yeah.
die.
But you're absolutely right there. And that's why I think I'm okay with Centaur, is because before it was just two Gazantis sitting in a corner somewhere, and you had to kill the Lambda or the VCX to make that relay go away. Now you have a ship nexus for that. Ships are a lot easier to get to. And this isn't the only build like this. The UK national champ was running this a while back.
He was running big with this.
A similar concept. He was doing kind of a proto two-ship before two-ship really took off. And he was using Centaur to do exactly this. And I played him on Vassal, and I accidentally stumbled into the blowing up Centaur first and realizing, oh my god, his entire list is dependent on this ship. So once Centaur pops, that's a lot of his saying power. And there's not going to be any squadron commands for anybody. So Nathan, I bet you Admiral pops in here to kind of really pressure Centaur.
No, he's waiting on where Centaur goes. He just popped in with the...
I'm saying eventually.
With the Dead by Hope, just to delay and make sure that the Centaur shot is obstructed in the Admiral.
All right, excellent. That's good. That's a good move there. I'm not sure why Dennis didn't go with Centaur there. I guess he didn't want to move forward for whatever reason, but I mean, there's really nothing that's not activated at this point. So, or is Centaur already moved? Centaur already gone? Centaur's already gone, hasn't it?
No.
Yeah?
He's been holding it because he wants to make it known that it's a safe place
Okay. Yeah, and then okay. So I just so Nathan's trying to get Admiral into position to try and take care of Centaur. I'm not really sure there's a safe place for Centaur to go here.
Right, and the thing Nathan is amazing at, again, having played a couple games against him, Nathan's setting up the fork, the ability to be threatening two pieces at once. So Nathan is second, but whatever doesn't go is going to get eviscerated by Nathan's ships. And Nathan is great at setting up. So if Centaur does not go first, the ammunition will break it apart. But if the Quasar doesn't go first, the Centaur will fly. So it's
how many activations are left here?
It's 5-5. Well, 4-5 after Nathan's Bright Hope dies next turn, but
so
that's the next turn, Roy.
So Tenenbaum will get to do the last. Is that
double?
Oh.
It's a game of dice.
Okay, so it means Atmo is going to go last, regardless, right now. So we'll see what Dennis is able to do with Centaur here.
And because its command cruiser is a red-blue on the front of the CR-90A at medium range, it looks like.
Yeah, that'd be what I'm seeing. Okay. I don't know what. I think it was an accuracy trying to decide. So you have one guy who's re-rolling from no idea what.
And if you got critted.
Yeah, it looks like it's going to go straight. What was that?
I can't turn this on. You'll ask Jessica Jones to reduce by one.
Alrighty.
Yeah, you should control that. Yeah.
Okay, so that's going to hurt a little bit. CR9s are...
Nathan's on the maneuvering, and it's a very instant crit. I'm not accusing anyone, but it's an easily forgotten crit of, oh crap, I couldn't have actually turned 2 there, but I did. And I'm sure you've hit that game state sometimes yourself, where you're just like, everybody here, both of them have been on, this is their 4th game. It's
4th game in 2 days. And
8th game in 2 days.
8th game in 2 days, yeah. So.
Centaur is moving right along.
Looks like Centaur is nabbing itself, which is not surprising since it's not going to command squadron itself. It's just the spotter. And so I wouldn't be surprised if it tries to jump out here. I think he's going to be able to get away.
Yeah, I don't know if Adam can get up there.
He's going to engine tech. Yep, he's going to go right by the CR90 there. And he's first player, so he, if he really needs to, he can. Oh, okay, no, he's not jumping up though. He's just doing an inside turn. That engine teching is interesting.
He's making it since CR90.
Guess he's trying to trap the CR90 itself.
I'm guessing what the
He'll
CR90
probably
taking
hit
it.
the Quasar next.
No, the CR90 took that to the shield, so Senecor's gonna fire on the CR90 and then move.
Maybe.
Like that.
We'll see. But on the plus side, if Nathan plays his Admiral right here, he can probably do what you're talking about and get it into a place where it could shoot the
He might be able
Quasar
to shoot
or
both if
Stagmar.
he's really good at nabbing, which I've seen Nathan. I can't. We're seeing an angled state. We're at a table far B. Okay. So it's.
Yeah, look at that. That's going to be a nice, tight, and nice straight turn, I think.
Yeah.
And he's got plenty, yeah.
The crew was the last one.
Yeah. The thing I've learned from Nathan with MC30s is you should really just set all 6 dials right at the start of the game, and they should all be nabs.
Mm-hmm.
And
Yeah, I agree. That's often how my MC30s are, too.
and just the Atlanta, shout out to Jamie and all their people there. The Atlanta motto is ABN, always be navigating. If you're just starting out and interested in this game, Dennis has the last first now because of the Dead Bright Help, which we knew about.
Which we knew was going to happen.
Yeah. So,
We're finishing the turn anyway. We're still not quite there.
no, I don't think so. I think
I
Slash.
think there'll be a couple of squads left for Nathan to use.
Yeah, Ketsu and Dutch, which
You know, so
I don't think Dutch is engaged. I'm guessing not. Yeah, Dutch
yeah.
is
So
not
unfortunately, Dutch has lost his arrow enabler.
With her speed, theoretically, Dutch could tag, or Ketsu could tag the side of Centaur.
I'm not sure if that's going to be too useful though.
I don't either, but
It does not look like this is going well for Nathan. We got any comments on the stream? Any questions?
the comments of the nerds I talk to all the time. Jamie is glad I shouted out Atlanta and the always be navigating. So,
Yep.
that's right. I spend my spare time talking to Armada.
ABN?
Always be navigating.
Little bastards abducted an army acronym.
I assume they grabbed it from.
Airborne.
I assume they grabbed it from Glenn Ross and the Alec Baldwin speech, which he won an Oscar for his 15-minute performance. Which, to be fair, you ever see that speech? Go out and do your dang job.
No.
Really?
No.
Oh, it's amazing, and it's basically just Alec Baldwin just ripping apart these salesmen who are like, when you're there to do your job, and like people watching and are like, he's terribly mean to them. No, when you're at work, you're here at work. Do your work. Go home. Do your family stuff at home. Like, work is not what you're supposed to. Let's be friends. And it doesn't really relate to that anyway. Doing great. Thank you, Ted.
Doing great.
Tell me to shut up.
Yes. What the hell up.
We have Chris over here, straight man, and I am Harry Carey's drunken son.
I mean, you're what, two beers in now in this game?
This game, yeah, but I'm not feeling it. I can go straight line. So,
Yeah. Nothing's blurry. Admo's not shaking on the screen yet.
Mm-hmm.
That's good.
Yeah.
So they're checking a lot of distances, being their precise self. We still haven't technically gotten to the end of the round, I think. Let's see any dice rolled. So, here we go. Looks like Ketsu's going to take some shots, and it was the bomber, as you expected. Ooh, 2 hits. Excellent. So that was on Senegal. He's going to redirect. I'm guessing taking it to the far side as far as he can.
That was on 3, and we're at 110 to
That's really-
32 in favor of Dennis.
I mean, as somebody who started using Ketsu a little bit in my Sato list, she's an interesting choice. Don't bring her for her ability. Really,
Never bring it
really,
forward.
what you're bringing her for is just an extra
It's Gold
durable
Squadron with
rogue.
Speed 4 and Rogue.
Mhm.
And
That's exactly what it is. It's Gold Squadron with more speed, scatter die,
Rogue
and
and
rogue and grenade. So she's I found her great with Sato because much like Han, she can just slip away. She's fairly hard to
She
bring
loves
down.
living in asteroids because she slows your opponent's squadrons down,
Yeah.
but then just leaves.
Yeah, and that's really just a bonus for her. If you don't expect her to be anything more than a road gold squadron, she does good work for you. She's still a little pricey for that, but
She is, but the thing I think about the Rebels, and it's easier with Rebel squadrons than Imperial ones, I think, you take them for their abilities. If you ignore the point costs, you can make some very good and interesting builds and lists. Like, Corrin is like, it's a snipe 4, and like, you're taking it to one of the enemy squadrons. Yes, he's 22 points, but
you can combo him with Adar, and you can join Corrin, and you can potentially get in there with Yavaris. Yes, he's rogue, but Yavaris likes him just the same.
Hera being 28.
I mean, Carlo, the Canadian national champ, used him when he was running the Lincoln Aces to glorious effect. The Rebel Aces are interesting. And it's nice to see something like someone like Ketsu. I mean, Nathan did this last year with freaking Hera. Suddenly, oh my God, we all thought Hera was just useless, overpriced garbage, and then suddenly the national champs used her. Hey, maybe we ought to try her.
Yep.
And lo and behold, here she is back again for another national champ, and Nathan is bringing in Ketsu while he's at it.
Yep.
I mean, no one's really going to argue that Dash was any good, but
and it's
Ketsu is the one that's just kind of his next project, I guess.
Yeah, and when he's not running into
Is he going to bring Han next year? Make Han awesome?
He does not like Han. I'm sorry, and that's why
I like Han.
I want to like Han. And
I like Han with Sato, but that's
going to try Han. I like the Han last first ability because Han is basically
take a break.
priced.
I think Nathan went to go grab a drink of water. Yeah, he's back. Okay. What was it?
Oh, he wanted food. Nathan needed let's call it a break. Yeah.
Oh, they closed it for him.
Yes.
So we're on a potty break for those of you with small children like I do.
I was trying to be nice and calm about it.
Why would we do something like that?
I don't know.
No.
Why start now?
Yeah, really.
Yes.
So why don't we just dovetail back into to the tournament at large? So we kind of realized we were wrong in our estimate that two ship did not place terribly high. It looks like there was a lot up there. So
the Thrawn ability to do two amazing activations, especially with an ISD, both navigating and commanding squadrons, is great. And I don't know, I didn't attend the panel, and I don't know if anyone asked when they were talking about the winner of this year's Worlds. Every previous year, the winners got to design a card, but the last 2 years it resulted in Price, or last several years it resulted in Price and Thrawn from, is that Norm and JJ? Or?
Norm. No.
I heard someone say Price was Norm's thing, but it was
I think it was
Canadian. Okay. I didn't think Norm wrote the article though. It's my
I'm pretty sure he did.
Yeah.
Yeah.
In any case,
Or was it John Renning? It might have been John Renning. I think it was John Renning.
Yeah, but Price and Thrawn have been very, very powerful activations. Now that he's been revealed, I've tested Lando from Nathan, and Lando is a very fun squadron. I don't know if they're ever going to ask Nathan to write an article about it or whatever, but newly revealed Lando and IG-88B. Yes.
Do you remember what
Norm's
card was?
I've heard stories.
I can't remember.
Yeah.
I can't. I thought John Renning was the one who did.
That's what I thought the article said. Yeah. And JJ designed Thrawn,
Dude,
and these have been very powerful, good cards.
Yeah.
I mean, Thrawn, the highest Imperial Admiral today over the tournament was Thrawn. 18 people out of 48 Imperials took
I really
Thrawn.
think it's more of a reflection of where the meta is, because when the latest errata came out, we all kind of realized we didn't have to worry about the flotillas anymore. Now let's slice the crap out of the big carriers. And what's the natural reaction to that? Find some slicer protection. Imps really only have Silvertops and Thrawn.
Right.
So Thrawn has kind of become the go-to
He
commander
does
for
and doesn't, because when they're used to an IC that isn't navigating is a lot, at speed 2 or 3, is a lot less maneuverable.
And I've taken that. I took advantage of that today. but it's still you still get to do the squadrons.
Oh, very true. Very true.
Which I mean, I ran against 3 squad heavy yesterday.
Yeah.
2 of them were Sloan, 1 of them was Thrawn.
Yeah.
Guess which one gave me the hardest time?
Thrawn one.
Because I sliced the Sloan carriers and they could do nothing about it for about 2 turns.
Yeah.
And
there isn't a Imperial Leia, if you will, the officer.
Exactly. So
don't worry,
So
Darth Vader can choke out that officer.
I wonder if we'll see a rebel kind of surge back toward a counter build. I'd hate to see it be all squadrons, and I will say that I think Nathan already said this in his preview to Worlds article, but there's some upgrades coming that I think will give medium squads a good boost.
Yes.
Maybe counter some of this squad
all or
heavies,
nothing.
All or nothing, because that's really what it is right now. The men is very much all or nothing. Oh yeah, we should.
According to Jimmy, our FFG co, whatever the heck he's in charge of,
They put that up on the web earlier.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so FFG is going to be streaming Armada on the 2nd of April.
With a Superstar Destroyer. And, yeah. So if you want to see,
Destroyer.
I saw it today.
Again, we're not affiliated with FFG, but we like seeing the Star Destroyer.
Yeah.
And we've seen it up, Superstar Destroyer up in person. It's pretty. It's very pretty. If you're a freak about scale, you're gonna bitch and moan and whine that it's out of scale. But you know what? Go to hell.
Yeah. This unaffiliated thing's great.
Isn't it though?
Yeah. Quit being a little bitch.
It's an awesome looking ship.
Yes.
Anyways, I know we're talking Armada here, but you see those freaking clone scopes?
The Legion
The scopes
clone
were
scopes.
incredible.
Yeah. The
I'm impressed that they took their. I mean, Legion. The initial molds were about what I expect from a company new to sculpting. Detailed, non-painted miniatures, and man, they took their game up to no level.
the insanity. My friend Matt and I had to basically assemble an entire list for our friend Luke from Australia, which that is a story for another time.
Did he actually?
We got it. We got it from Schmitty. Connor's taking it back.
Yeah.
So we assembled the entire army last night, and I remember last year at Adepticon, the Legion terrain was basically 4 beer cans and an empty Coke box that we found, and look at provides cover. But the terrain this year for a game I already played is, I wish I had the time to play Legion. Like, the minis have looked amazing. The last ones I've seen, the snipers, the pathfinders, the works. It looks like such a fun game, and if I wasn't dedicated to 5 different other activities on every night of the week, I'd be there in a heartbeat.
I'm not gonna lie. I'm probably gonna end up taking a little bit of a break after Worlds here, and
Yeah.
I think I'm gonna dive pretty hard in the Legion because I liked 40K back in the day.
Yeah.
Back when it wasn't this.
We're
what
not
it is.
affiliated with FFG, but we will sell the products, dear.
Yes, absolutely. Because Ian's quietly greasing our palms right now.
Yeah.
I'm just holding my palm out, and Ian's putting more money in my hand as we speak. Hey, Ian, keep giving me money. Come on. Please stop.
The
All right.
Kenobi sculpt on that on that
so
clone
nice.
thing, like, I want to play so badly, and
What I like about Legion is it actually follows the principles. So, U.S. Army guy here.
Mhm.
You get ground combat right, I'm very happy. And Legion has done that very well. I feel like they've done a good job making cover actually matter, which 40K never did. I think they
nor
do.
War Machine.
Yeah.
I have a pinky toe in the forest. I'm in cover.
But
That
again,
is not how it
I'm not
works.
picking the Legion, so maybe coverage sucks.
No, I think it's good. It's very good. If you build your train right.
Yeah.
Like, it's Legion looks amazing. I'm
But
sure
it
there's
looks like we're-
different lists and all that, but like,
Let's sorry, coming back to the game now that we're done our little tangent. Yeah, Squadron Command through Centaur.
Centaur's not.
Centaur's not going first.
He's throwing out comms. Honda just popped.
Okay.
Hondo, friend to all.
Hondo, friend to all. Somebody is navigating, so it's going to be the Quasar, it looks like. Quasar. That's the Quasar. Yeah.
No, let's for this. Architects.
Alright, so it is Centaur. Okay, as we expected.
Yeah.
So Hondo popped some tokens. I'm not entirely certain who he gave to what.
Nav. You give an engine. You give a
Big
nav
game.
to the architects,
Name to that.
so I can jump to 3. And then
That's smart.
maybe an engineering to the Quasar, I think is what he said.
Okay,
I
so
don't
that
know
would
if
give
Nathan took-
squad to Nathan
And
and
nap to Nathan, but Nathan probably has now on most of those. And
yeah. All right, so Senecor just whiffed entirely.
one act, 2 blanks.
Yeah. Okay, and then it's taking another shot at. Wait, how is it taking a second shot?
He's shot on both sides. He got the Senecor Akbar slash.
Got it. He did. He got the Akbar slash with Senecor. Wow.
Which
Wow.
we'll trade you Imperial's 1 neb for 1 arc, titleless, on both. And my good friend Akbar will just
Yeah, there's a reason that Rebs don't have our things.
yeah, we have our this on frigate, which is
So
unfairly mine.
I'd be remiss to not 3 damage. Oh, 4. Yeah, 3 damage. So looks like Nathan forced a reroll on one of them. And
How?
Huh?
No.
Okay.
Nathan didn't force the reroll.
Okay, I'm sorry.
That was
It was just a reroll from a Confire token. Okay.
like,
He's too close to evade. My bad. Yeah. I play this game, really.
Yeah.
I swear.
Schmitty assault frigates.
Yeah. So, anyway, Schmitty, I'd be remiss to not say that Schmitty swears up and down that Rebels will never get another broadside ship because Akbar is too powerful.
No, we can't. And
I think we can. I think you just got to do it right.
yeah.
I don't think you can have, like, I think you could have another suit. I think you could. I think you just got to do it right.
Yeah.
Yeah, like we can't. You just gotta watch out for the smaller ships. What you can't have is another spammable, easy to broadside with ship. Like you can't have another. You can't have a flotilla. That's why flotillas have no goddamn guns on the side.
Yeah.
But I think you could easily have another medium ship. I think another
love a
medium
medium
broadside, like another medium ship with a strong broadside, or like an even arc or something like that. I think you'd be fine with that.
It'd be nice to see. I assume the HIE is about to go off.
Yeah, I think
There's nothing else. It's the HIE is going to go off and jump, is my guess. And
that's almost certainly what he's gonna try and do.
yeah.
He's really got to bring down that Quasar. And unfortunately, I think Senecor is kind of out of his reach right now.
With the
He's got
assuming that Jane is late and the A has a Confire, I don't know how burned Senecor is. Probably not too badly.
there's no hull on it so far, so it's got at least some. It's got 5 health left. Are there any shields left on Senecor there? Okay, so it's still got full shields otherwise. Yeah, so it's still way healthy. The CR90 is not going to be able to kill it anywhere close to it.
Man, I don't know.
So I
Wait,
think
there's no
it's-
Medine with that on there, so you can chase it, but like you can literally exactly.
Yeah, so I think the Quasar is going to go down here
It's-
pretty quickly.
Depends, because theoretically, so if the B and Admo can maybe get the Quasar, depending on what Nathan's distance is, it might be just a tip of blue. It might also
All
be.
right, so here goes the heavy ions on the I'm guessing on the Quasar. I don't know what they're talking about here.
Don't know. Nathan's saying if he rolls 3 actually, he's gonna flip the table. I wasn't paying attention. There's the front. Brace just got accuracy.
Oh god, so he did not trigger heavy ions yet. It looks like, I bet that's what he's saying. If he doesn't get a crazy, probably can flip the table. He's got 7 dice. He should have it, but this is what I'm saying. Yeah, this is maybe it's been doing well for him all day, but at the end of the day, I'm just going to view this as a risky choice. He's got minimal die control on heavy
I
ions.
like
here.
it.
What?
Oh, HEs did go off.
Okay, so
And he
that's
locked the
not,
brace.
that's not an accuracy?
No, there's an actually for the brace and HEs went off.
Oh, okay, excellent.
So that's gonna wipe most of the shields.
Okay, good. Yeah,
That's
it's the left guy there.
really crucial for Nathan. Because
He needed that. He needed that back.
he's able to redirect 1, but that shot wiped the shields on the Quasar.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Not sure how much hull damage is about to take.
Just one. Just one.
And then the side shot.
Okay. And then the side shot's going to come in. It's going to live through this, which is fine. I think there's still some shields on the left side there. He'll probably brace that.
To 2 Quasars of 6.
Yeah, so he's going to toss out the redirect, I'm guessing. Yep, redirect got tossed, brace down to 2, but it's still going to see another hull damage, so it's now down to 4 hull. And this, I hate to keep harping on it, but this is why I was worried about most wanted on the Quasar.
It's not dying fast enough.
It's dying too fast.
Oh,
This is why I'm amazed that Dennis took most wanted over Capture the IP.
Yeah.
I mean, yes, it's about the same point swing, but it makes the Quasar die so much easier.
and with the CR90A, if the A can tag, if the Admiral can tag the Quasar, or if the A can tag it, there's a very decent chance that Quasar's dying this turn. Which
I think, and I'd have a hard time not. I think he's probably got a front arc shot to the Quasar from the CR90A. I think.
He's got it in front or side, which is side that's 2 red.
But I mean, at the very least, that means he's got 2 side shots. You save your TRCs for, and that's Jane's light, so it doesn't really give a shit that Admiral is probably blocking it a little bit.
Yeah. I was wondering if Nathan's going to ram, but he is not doing that. He's going to try and...
He's going to try and keep it alive.
He's going to try and... I think he's trying to look around, and he's going to try and get that arc to turn 4.
And this is why I love Engine Techs and CR90s. You can whip those things around so well.
Yeah.
He's trying to stay out of that front arc, which I think is probably going to be a little futile. If you want to... I'd rather just be back in the fight, take the shot. I'm not the ready.
Could he have gone double right? Oh, but then he's right in the squads, and you don't want that with...
Oh, no, not really. He'd be on the other side of the Gazanti, but I think that might be worth considering. But he needs to get that Senecor. I think that's his path to victory. Is if he can nail this Quasar and Senecor, I think he can offset the loss of his squad.
The Quasar was 119. I'm on handwriting. And Centaur is 59, plus 11 is 75, if he can get them both.
Was that 11? Did you miss the engine tech?
11,
16.
59 plus 11 is 70.
Brunson?
Plus 5, 75.
Oh.
Yeah, I got it. And if the Quasar was the 119 we did earlier, if I did my math right.
Yeah, so 194 for those 2 ships. That offsets what he lost. So he can even lose another ship. And
it's not easy.
It's going to be close, but...
especially when Ketsu's about to probably get jumped by the squads.
Ketsu's going to lose, and Dutch is going to go down too. So, but he can still lose one of the CR90s, I think, and still pull it out.
Yes, and he can, because the Region can keep Ketsu alive, not only are they engaged, even with Dengar. Yeah.
Yeah. Actually, somebody just pointed out to us, Quantum Storm's on a beeline for Senecor right there. Its limited ability to turn could be a good trap.
It'd be interesting, but
I think that'd be worth it.
You stay in the Senecor's front arc, it's a red-blue, and sure, red-blue-blue is not ideal, but Armada is about risks.
If Nathan can just stop Senecor just one more turn, then you can bring Admo and the CR90 around.
And since the Quasar's about to go, I have to assume Admo might be about to ram that Quasar, because it looks like he's trying to take out the CR90, or to keep the squads.
That's probably a good call, because CR90's got some damage on it already.
Yeah.
And the CR90 goes down, and God, it's just going to keep going
the CR90,
poorly.
That CR90A is going to have to turn around and try and nail Senecor as it goes. But with this looks, it looks like it was a bad situation for Nathan, but I've seen Nathan, and Nathan is at his most dangerous when you think you've got him cornered.
Yeah, I had that experience with JJ earlier. Oops.
Fighting world champs is hard. Weird.
Who'd think it?
Quality commentary.
Absolutely.
Sorry. Cameraman's yelling at me for being loud.
About your quality commentary.
Yeah.
All right, so we got, looks like Merrick gonna shoot CR90. Looks like he's got 2 damage. Nathan's going to redirect one of them, and he's still going to take a face up, unfortunately. Seth brings another face up. Something that he could
Lost a
say.
token.
Oh, he loses a token.
Yeah.
Oh, defense token?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
Okay.
lose a. What that is?
Yeah. Pick a defense token, get rid of it. Okay.
Yeah.
I'm guessing he probably just got rid of his redirect because I don't think he has any shields left. Yeah, I'm being told yes, he just got rid of his redirect. All right, and we got another squad coming in here. This looks like it's one of the many TIE fighters. Looks like he's gonna, he's wiping Ketsu out. This looks like Hal. Yeah, it's Hal. So 2 damage on Ketsu. Did he get a scatter?
He got the
spent
actually.
scatter.
Yeah. Scatter spent.
So yeah, she spent the scatter, no damage.
1 shot to Ketsu, and here's the 2nd shot to Ketsu.
Okay, and this one looks like it's Sienna. 4 damage automatically, no accuracy. 1 accuracy, that was better.
Guys.
So Ketsu's going to go down. He's debating Raikkoning. He's not going to do it.
He needs it for the CR90.
He does. He does. And then he's pulling his squads back toward Senegor once again. All right, so we're now 132 for Dennis. So it's a 100-point difference so far.
But if that
It's not
Quasar,
looking good for Nathan, man.
I mean, that Quasar can explode, and
Yeah, that swing
Actually-
that's a huge swing once the Quasar explodes, if it explodes. Well, I shouldn't say that. Really, honestly, it's just a matter of time.
what did you just?
CR90 is dead. All right, so
53.
CR90 went down. So now Riken zombie.
We're at 185.
I'm guessing that's probably from a Jendon tap. Yeah, Jendon tap while we were talking. Just activated Merrick, and CR90 is dead. It has been Riken zombied.
Which is why I didn't keep
but-
Ketsu.
Yeah,
And
what are we at now? 180.
185.
Okay,
Yes,
you
you
got
need more
30.
than
You
the
got
Quasar.
35 or 53.
I just added that. Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
If I'm doing my math right, which we all know I can't.
We
But
can
if,
check it as we go
no, we're not gonna do that.
later. But honestly, I think this game, usually how these games tend to go with the World Championships is you're not. It's a concession. You know, once somebody realizes there's nothing they can do, and just call the game there. And this is actually moving pretty briskly. This isn't overthinking, overanalyzing.
Are we even time? Not like one time.
I don't know. Well, I think we started around 8. No, we didn't start around 8. We must have started around 9 or so.
7 something. 7-ish is when it started, didn't it?
No,
Yeah.
we went on break at 7.
7. 8. 8. We went on break at 7. Yes, we did. Yeah. Started 8, so we're about an hour in. It's moving fast. It's moving. Again, I would fully admit my homerism for Nathan here, and it's just, like, if Nathan can do this, he can do this, I believe. I refuse to count my boy out, because look at that math right. Nathan's going to make up, if he kills that Quasar, when he kills that Quasar, he's going to make up 34 points, which is not doable, but when one of his aims, he doesn't do it.
Yeah.
Literally, you have to take out
Let's
the
see
second
here.
one.
I think the Quasar's now taking its shots.
Yes.
It looks like it's probably
Nadmo.
going for Nadmo. I think they're trying to find exact distance right now. Alright. So it looks like it's a medium range.
The one thing I will say that is
Tokura, it's not even bothering with the accuracy since it's Admo.
the one thing I will say that might give Nathan a chance. I don't know. He's
1 damage on Admo.
So with that slicer flotilla into the Architects, he's going to get a.
Evading again, so 2 more damage on Admo.
Yeah. What do you give the slicer Senecor? What do you slice the Senecor to? Because 2 squadrons just makes you a lot more trouble than you want it to be.
Not really, I don't think. I think you just do it to a squad and not care.
Because then they can't nav. Architects in their selfie stick navigation.
And you don't want him repairing. You don't want him. You don't want him con firing. Maybe repairing, it depends. Sometimes I'll slice to repair on like an ISD, but I haven't shot yet.
Yes, of course. That's fun.
Then just deal with the token later on. But I think he slices into a squad. Just have to navigate.
Yeah. They want the camera zoomed out. The stream is asking for, / my friends in the stream are asking for
Can you
the camera
zoom
zoom out if you
Can
can.
you zoom out the camera a little bit?
Okay.
Around is changing.
He'll change it on the round. So, yeah. And, Jamie, my friend Jamie down in Atlanta, and a couple other people's friends, Jamie Naismith on the Discord. Shout out! I feel like a bad MTV VJ.
You can't just. I see what they're talking about up on camera there. Can you just pull it out like half an inch? Just pull it out a little bit.
We slide the camera out. Trying.
No, zoom out. Alright. So we got our cameraman at work here. We're gonna try and zoom the camera back out for you folks. So what do we just? I'm just trying to look.
My mark on my boss is quite very range.
The
So
question
it looks
is
like
if Nate has any squadrons left. It's Dutch. He has Dutch left.
he is Dutch, just Dutch.
Yeah.
Only Dutch.
Which,
And in return, Genesis only. Yeah, and has 3 hit points left. Yeah, you're gonna go. You're going past soon. And yeah, Dennis is really not in any danger of losing any more squads here, I think.
no.
So you can pretty much
think
consider
he-
that 120 points or 21 points
Yeah.
for Dennis.
Which is going to make Nathan's job even. It's Centaur
But
almost at
I
this point,
think
feel.
the Quasar
Maybe
just
slow.
drifted into the front of the CR90. Yeah, and double arc. Looks like a double arc to me, maybe.
Yeah.
Maybe.
We'll see.
All right. So I think Nathan's deciding what he's going to do next.
Yeah.
He's thinking it over, talking to himself, Randman style.
If it's a double arc, the side arc can only see the very axis.
So probably just going to be the front then. All right. So, however, it's pretty likely that Quasar is not long for this world. I have to be, if I were Nathan, I have to be tempted to freaking ram the damn thing if it's got a hole left with the CR90. You know, he may have a confire in there that just makes it a moot point because then you're at 2 reds, add a most wanted, add a confire. I think the brace is still there. It's spent, but it's there.
It's definitely a double arc straight up on his side.
The
So he does have a double arc.
see with a confire though, I might go
We're
outside
getting
in with a Centaur just because.
He's only got the side and the center core, so
But he needs damage on the Centaur to kill it.
that's true.
And if he doesn't kill Centaur, that's the game. And
Yeah.
it's like he's not getting Sloan's Raider. One Gazanti doesn't do it, even with that 90 back there, which is not going to get into the game fast enough. Like it won't get there. It might on turn 6 or it might ram on turn 6. Yeah, but the other problem with the Slicer friend, he gave him a squadron. So Dutch is going to go hit that center core.
Squad commands, the Dutch is going to get in one last hurrah.
And
He's using the obstacle to clear engagement. So he's going to take one more last shot with
Dutch
before Dutch is likely gone from this world.
Yeah. Does he
But
have
yeah,
squads
he's-
left? Actually?
Squads left. Yeah, he has a couple. He has one.
Oh, there we go. Which
Vanguard's the only one left. So he probably won't kill him this turn. One more damage on the center point.
It's every little bit helps, and it's
Every little bit helps. And he's got to do it. Yeah. I think you're right. I think he'll pass up the double arc on the Quasar here.
he's gonna take the front shot first just to make sure that something goes into that Quasar, but probably Confire and Centaur just because. And I assume he's gonna slice the Architect with something. It's at speed 3. The selfie stick's gonna keep it
The Arkansas speed 1. Oh,
Arkansas speed 1.
you can't fire all day, every day. You or squad. You do not give the thing a nap. Do not let it live. Even if you cannot let that thing have speed 2.
Yeah, no, absolutely not.
Yeah, I saw that attack. I thought it jumped.
That's strange.
Yeah.
Weird. But we'll see. That CR90 is dead, so it's not going to
What does CR9 does range?
contribute anymore. And Senecor is kind of what's going to keep the squads peeling onto Admiral.
Nathan's trying to get a exact shot on where to slice into.
Any comments from any questions or comments from the stream, from the audience out there?
No.
Yeah, okay.
There's nothing yet. I'm checking Discord every now and then, but no, it eats my phone battery, so
Do we have anything from the actual YouTube channel or anything?
I don't. I'm not checking the.
I see them. I see them on the phone way up there, occasionally asking questions. Unfortunately, we can't really see that.
So we have Ian standing behind us, and
Gave him a confire. Interesting. All right, so we sliced him into a confire. Probably pretty. It's still a decent choice. You just don't want the thing to have, for fairly obvious reasons. I guess, and Nathan's far enough away that I think, considering the Arkansas doesn't have any dice control,
red blue.
Reds and blues, yeah, I get it.
Best you can hope for. It's,
And the sides are all reds anyway, so it's going to shoot your hook in. It's not there. He was predicting.
it's if you can do it.
Projecting if the play.
That's my math is bad.
Well, yeah, we knew that already. Don't write on that.
I'm not writing on that. I'm doing the math. 54 plus 10 is 64. 68 plus another 54. Damn it. I mean, quiet. Darn it. So, if/when Nathan kills the Quasar, that's actually worth several more points than my math indicates. We only have him down by 31. Doing great, folks. If/when. Yeah. And yes, the Arcane became higher this game.
Oh, this was 33 smaller?
Yeah. Smaller now.
How is that 33?
Shut up. Shut up.
Oh my god. Dude, you're terrible at math.
Yeah. Arcane plus Confire. Yes. I'm doing great, folks. The 70B is still back there. It might, with the Arcane staying Confire, if that slice was one more turn.
Alright, so here comes the CR90. 2 damage so far.
2 and a crit, it looks like.
Yeah, it looks like it hit in a crit and 1 blank. He's probably debating whether to use that.
Confire die.
Did he reveal Confire now?
I don't know. Maybe.
I think he's debating TRCs. So, yep, TRCs, bump that up to a double. So
Well, the brace,
that'll
it's 2
brace
and a
it
crit.
down to 2 and a crit. So here comes first one. Alright, targeting disruptor, really not going to worry about too much on the Quasar there. And now here comes the hard choice. He's going to take the second shot.
Yeah, he's got him.
Yeah, why not? He just needs 2 dice and that'll kill it. Or 2 hits and that'll kill it. Unfortunately, he's got a TRC. Oh, he's using the Confire down here. So there he goes. There's the Quasar. Quasar's down. So now we're at 185 to 154. Dennis is still up by 31 points. So that swings it a little bit better.
That's had our math checked by the judge, so
Yeah.
you know we're doing right, folks.
That's what I get for relying on a math major to do math.
Yeah. I can't defend myself. What do you expect of me?
Chris, give him some slack.
So the CR98 sails off into the sunset. It's going to a nice farm upstate. That's what's happened to the CR90.
Yeah.
It's going to live with a couple. It's gonna live with a nice couple.
He's got to maneuver it first and he's already ranking.
Yeah. He's gonna figure out where he's putting it where it's not going to block his own shots. So, it's going to a nice farm upstate, and there will be a special $2 CR90 based hamburger unrelated to that on at Kuma's later tonight. Yes.
Oh boy.
Yeah.
All right. So next up's gonna be Toker again. It looks like he's gonna activate. Looks like he's gonna activate one of his Bizantes. Probably gonna activate Dengar. Now it looks like he just wandered off into sunset since he didn't have anything to activate. Okay, and it's back to Nathan. Nathan's just got Admo left. So here comes Admo.
Yeah. I'm not gonna
Eventually,
do a sharp turn.
Maybe, sorta, kinda. There we go.
The benefit to killing that Quasar, like Nathan did, is that it doesn't have the.
Alright.
What?
Anywhere has an app token.
Yeah, but that'll just jump it to 2. It's.
Alright, so Admo is got no shots, so it's just gonna be. Looks like Nathan's gonna try and do a hard turn.
Yeah.
I don't think Sankor is gonna be able to get away.
It depends on where it jumps that nav to. And if the shot on the B kills it. Admiral can probably survive. The benefit to killing Quasar, the most spots that are coming is probably 2.
Yep.
I don't know if anything has
I
tokens.
don't think Admo's taken much damage so far. I think it's taken a few shields.
Yeah.
So that all of its hull,
Mm-hmm.
not that there's much hull to speak of. But Nathan right now is looking like he's just trying to find the best angle he can get in there as close as he can, use his close range as sharp as he can. There we go. Checking the range. Oh, that's going to be so close. And unfortunately, I think even if he blocks, even if he does manage to block there, I'm not sure Admo will be in range, even if it moves distance 1.
Mm-hmm.
So, that's what it looks like to me. Yeah, so we just had it confirmed by some folks that are looking a little closer. It looks like even if Admo can get in there, there's enough room for the Architins too. There's just enough room between the flotilla there and the Architins to at least do a speed move. So Nathan's got to worry about it, and you can see him measuring there a little bit. He's kind of trying to anticipate how far forward that Quasar is going to be, and then make an appropriate turn. That could work if.
Oh, and I just lost my phone. So I can no longer check the Discord. Remember that 50% I thought I had? I do not.
All right, so John's phone is dead. Unfortunately, my phone is pretty dying too, but we'll check on Discord anyway. Has Nathan lost his most wanted flotilla?
No, that's the Quantum.
Quantum Storm is his most wanted flotilla. The current score is 185 to 157 in favor of Dennis.
4.
I say, what did I say? 7?
7.
4, yeah, 154. No, well, yeah. So yeah, Toker is up by 31.
It's Nathan has 2 kills.
Yeah, somebody's already commenting on Discord here. Let's see if I. No.
If nobody else is here, we have to be even quieter. Good. Good to know.
Yeah, it's getting quieter as everybody emptied out the hallway.
Get those nerds yelling. Get those nerds back in. Nerds yelling.
Alright. There we go. I figured out how to get the Alright, so I figured out how to open YouTube, God forbid. And I paused the stream itself so that I'm not over talking to myself. So what shape Belarus is asking what shape the Architins is in. Looks like the Architins lost a few shields, but it's still got all of its hull. I think it's only lost 3 shields, I think, right now. Any other rebel ships low? There are not really, actually. Admo's pretty healthy. CR90B is pretty much at full health. It may or may not get back into this game. It does have engine techs. It is a CR90, so I'm not counting it out entirely. But Jaina's Light is dead entirely. So it's
really going to come down to, I think, next turn if the Confire decision that Senecor was sliced into, and because Senecor has the Confire on it, it can't push the squadrons. So it's going to
We
have
are
to
on turn 4 right now, right?
round 4. Because Senecor has a Confire, it can't push squadrons to kill the flotilla or Dutch. So then Nathan's going to give these slicer tools a squadron command, and if it lives, the Architects
Yeah,
is
okay, so there we go. Nathan moved in real tight there. Yeah, and he should be more than close enough. Oh man, I can't believe it.
the Architects is Brunson. Yeah.
Oh, that's Brunson. Shit. I forgot about that upgrade. Yeah, Brunson
But it's-
is indeed on the Architects. So
He's going to
it's
have
gonna be
to-
tougher than I think. And then meanwhile, I actually kind of wonder if he's gonna.
Yeah, Nathan
So
realized
it's gonna come down to that flotilla blocking thing.
if the Architects kills it with the Confire, then
Yeah.
it will be just jump to 2 and sail out of range, and that's game.
All right, and we're on to turn 5.
Yeah, as Nathan said, it's going to be 1 activation, and it's really just
We're into turn 5. Off comes Jaina's Light. And really it's just going to come down to the death match between Admo. What just happened?
it's somebody ran over a squadron or something like that.
Oh.
Oh, he just didn't put the squadron on the back on after he moved Admo to move it. They're just joking about it.
Ian just corrected our 2 players. We forgot.
Yeah.
Looks like Nathan forgot to put Merrick back on the table after moving him.
Yes.
I'm
If we
sure
give Nathan those
I'm sure
22
Nathan-
points,
I'm sure Nathan was totally going to miss Merrick, and that was
yeah. No, and the other.
okay. Never mind. I guess we're gonna open up with. What are we open?
No, it's still the.
No, he already flipped the turn.
Did we?
Yeah. So it looks like Tucker.
No, they just forgot about it.
Oh, they just forgot about it. Okay.
It
All right,
doesn't
moving on.
matter.
It doesn't matter. It's just a flotilla.
Literally, it's if this Confire kills the GR, that's the game, and Joker wins it. And
Well, we still haven't had Dutch die yet, so Dutch is another
not
turn
engaged,
point.
but because the Senecor has to move or get shot in the back with ammunition, which Brunson probably can, but depends on what
That's-
rating
I
rolls.
think that's a double arc there anyway. Though.
I can't tell.
I can't tell from here. Is Admo double arcing? Admo's double arcing. Alright, so
Yeah,
unsurprisingly.
we have all of our best men looking.
Alright, so it's going to be, obviously it's going to be the Architects first. He's going speed 1 right now, so he could just maybe try and turn hard. Maybe? I thought
In black range, I don't know. In
He's-
hit the asteroid, I don't know. He's conferring the ammo, and
So this is regular shots at Admo.
which it doesn't. It's fine. Over here, it's literally a matter of escape.
So it's just 2 damage. I don't think easy to bet
And Nathan.
2 damage, close range. I don't
Admiral goes down, Cody, or the Senate goes down, double arc.
Okay.
Alright, weird.
Oh yeah. Thank you.
It's still after this
Admiral's got. Oh, he conquered in that Admiral. Landing all the dice.
Smart move. Oh, man. Did he just roll 4? Oh, God. So
4-4.
Lando just
Lando,
went 4 dice to, or 4 damage to 4 damage.
Lando's
Oh.
been. Nathan says Lando's been hurting them all day weekend, and
Oh, that's
Cold
that's
45 does
hurtful.
not work every time. Sorry,
Yeah,
guys.
okay. So now the shot that I think is probably going to matter more. He's gonna take that front arc shot.
Yeah.
Actually, no. I think he just took the rear shot. He took the rear shot into Admo.
Oh,
Yeah.
because that's good. With all the squads coming, and that's the question.
Yeah, if.
He's gonna run over Dutch, and I
No.
don't know if he can escape, but he's gonna try and ramp, double ramp.
Oh, does he have a squad token?
No, he would have done it first. Remember? He's
Is
a
he
half
measuring?
token.
Okay, I couldn't figure out what he was measuring.
Yeah, he's trying to figure out if there's a way out. I don't know about you. This is exciting. Like my heart's pounding. This is just like holy shit. Like it comes down to one activation, and this isn't the standard just squad fight in the middle. It's just
It's going to come down to Admo hunting down Centaur. So yep, he's going to try a hard turn. Oh god, that's going to be close. That's going to be super close.
I think he's just doing one. I don't know if he's in hard turning.
He's doing speed 1 hard turn, looks like. And it's going to be so close. I think you can see pretty clearly what he's measuring on the stream there. He's trying to see if he's going to be out of black range with that move. And that's assuming that move even works. That's an if. All right, guys. I think this is going to be pretty much the game right here, as if Toker can get this turn in. I'm not sure why he's going to keep. Yeah. Okay. So I think this.
The other question is, do you go with the slicers first to get the bomber shot from Dutch before he explodes, or
no? I think if Admo's in range, you just blow the hell up.
Yeah. Oh shoot!
What has 4 shields?
Admo has 4 shields. It's Admo or nothing right now, and Centaur has to die before 2 more squads come out of it.
Yep. He can stick it around with Riken, but
not if he loses leg shields. Literally again.
Yeah. I also don't know what speed Admo's at, and if anything else can get in range.
It's Nathan, I'm sure it'll be speed. Nothing else was going to get there.
Who's the speed from?
Well, it's also keep in mind it's also not it's not tabling.
No,
So Admo's got to go to the corner. Even if Toka loses Centaur here, he can set his wads to trap Admo on turn 6 and try and claw back in. So even if Centaur comes down here, I'm looking at the table and realizing that this game can be over after that. This is going to stay really close, even in that case. As you can see, Toker just going through all of his options here. Like I said, you ever play this guy is incredibly methodical. Kind of the pinnacle of German efficiency, not to stereotype anyone.
I thought those were Volvos. I thought that was a Volvo. Volkswagen?
Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
Aer Lingus?
I think he's looking at the option of speed 1 and engine tech, because I think he's got an app token. He may. Can't really see the angles here, but I'm going to be very impressed if he makes this turn. Well, I think we're going to be agonizing over this very moment for a little while.
Stay tuned, folks. We're going to commercial break.
This stream brought to you by Geek's favorite beer, apparently Guinness.
I visited the Guinness Beer Factory in Ireland when I was there with my family. It's amazing. It's like Willy Wonka had an alcoholic dream.
Oh, here we go. All right, we're going to lock in.
Yep.
Oh, no.
Did he bump it?
He did.
Oh, shit.
No, he bumped it with his hand by accident. And then he's going to try an engine tech from the side there. I think he's going to get out.
He's trying for bump down. Oh, he's going for 2 and bump it twice.
Yeah, he's trying to. So he just turned it.
He went to speed 2 and he's trying to bump it. Engine tech out. Yep.
No, he's not.
Huh?
No, he stayed at 1. Now he's trying to engine tech the other side. Yeah, he's not. He's trying actually not to bump the flotilla. So they're going to put down marker. That sucks that there was a little hand bump. But I'm pretty sure he had it in there.
Okay.
And I don't think. The question is, does he get this turn as well? He gets that one. All right, we're going to put the flotilla back in. Ian is standing right nearby to make the judge call. And it's in. Oh my lord. Wow.
Yeah.
And we're gonna call it. All right,
game.
and we're calling the game.
That was a beautiful game.
That was a beautiful game. So your new Armada World Champion is now. I think this is the year of Europe. The World Cup champ was also a European.
Also a
Dennis
Imperial. Is that how it's pronounced?
Imperial. Holy crap! We
Yes.
also have our first ever Imperial winner of Armada.
Not an American one. They aren't good enough. Shade thrown at literally half the faction.
That's right. All you American Imperial players, you need to get good.
Get good.
Get
Start
good.
learning German.
Start learning German.
No,
study everything that Tokra does.
Yeah, but that was beautiful, and
yeah. Oh, that's great. I think they're just going through now, just seeing what if.
Oh.
What's that? They're just going through what ifs right now. All right.
Oh, okay.
So yeah, that was good.
Yeah.
That was really good. I still don't understand the logic behind Most Wanted, but whatever.
Because
it was going to be the same amount of points, but Gajibays are killed much easier.
I might have gone with the center for myself, but I can what if all damn day from behind this table when I scored 75th. So do not listen to me.
Yeah. I mean, that's not taking anything away from what you have with Dennis. That was incredible. So there you have it. Dennis Roschke is your new Armada World Champion.
Yeah.
And Europe, congratulations. You got your first winner. That's awesome. We got our first Imperial winner. Riken is not on top anymore.
Boo.
Boo. Sloan is your new queen. All right, I think we're going to wrap
We're
up.
about to lose the stream, and
I think Karnik's going to probably go and do a talk with these guys.
we're no longer allowed on the microphone.
We're going to be no longer allowed on the microphone, most likely.
So check out Steel Command or Cannot Get Your Ship Out. We should plug ourselves at one point during this podcast.
We did that at the beginning. It's good enough.
We were admitted who we were.
We just admitted who we were.
That's really not the point.
You want to go talk to him? All right, here, we'll give you the mic.
The mic here.
Oh, you got another one?
Just pull chair in the center. We'll do right here.
Are we interviewing? Oh dear.
Oh, God.
No, we can do it. No.
All right, we're going to bring him up here. All right. So,
give me a list.
right here.
Jimmy, I need my lists for death. I'm gonna go grab the lists. I'm back.
Okay. All right, so John, just run
to the bathroom.
Yeah. I don't know where you went. You ran through grab list or something. Dennis, pull up a chair. Have a seat. Have a seat, man. You can steal John's seat. That's for all we care. So that was a
I'm finished.
I imagine your nerves are at absolute wreck.
Yes, I'm totally wrecked now.
So I think my first question, we were talking about it before the game. What was the logic behind Most Wanted as opposed to Capture the VIP?
I used Capture the VIP earlier in the 5th round, and it's 50 points for him, and he can run away.
Okay.
With Most Wanted, he has to come to me.
Okay.
If he wanted, he has to come in.
Okay.
I'm sacrificing the Quasar, but he has to come to me, so
As
I can
opposed to
attack.
running away, is that what happened? That he just basically grabbed it and ran away from
No,
you?
in the last game, not this one, but the 50 points.
The last
in this
game?
case, in the last game, everyone won points.
Okay, I get it.
But for this game, a 6 is more than enough for him, so he can grab the token and run away, and I have to catch up to 50 points.
Okay.
And
That
not
makes a lot of
salvage run because you didn't want dust clouds blocking your own shots.
I don't think there was any strategic involved anyway.
No, you didn't pick salvage run because you didn't want dust clouds.
80 points for him.
Okay, that's what I
It's 80
figured.
points.
Yeah, that's what I
There's no
figured.
strategic 80 points for him.
Yeah,
Makes
yeah.
perfect sense. So yeah, I think that was a good move. I didn't think of that way. And that's why you're the world champion.
And
And we're two guys over here behind the desk.
two schlubs who are.
I knew he would kill the Quasar, so the Quasar was a sacrifice, more or less.
Okay.
It was a sacrifice
Makes sense.
for hoping I can win the squadron fight and take out some ships. And
Okay. John, you got any questions?
I'm just impressed with the play
Yeah,
on
that
both
was really
sides.
good.
Like it's weird being behind the commentary desk. I'll say that. Which is I'm sure not a question for you. I can go full. Hey, when you did that thing with the squads, that was really cool. Like it's.
Yeah.
in the last game, we made a defense fight with the squadron, so he didn't know how I can handle them aggressively. But in the last games, I use the squadron really aggressive, and it's paying off because I can kill 2 squadrons per turn.
Actual question, since I just realized it. Why did you choose Sloan? How'd you describe your list building, if you don't mind?
I like
What's your
squadrons. I like squadrons, and Sloan is the best admiral for squadrons.
Yeah. So those of you unaware, Dennis here was the jackass that used to run eight Gazantes?
Yes.
8 Gazantes back
legal.
when you could do that. So Dennis has been playing with squads and Gazantes for quite a while.
This is really similar to the old
It
list
is,
because
it is.
5 ships, all small ships.
Yeah, and
It's similar to the old list.
It's very impressive, I think, that you've managed to take something. This is just not something that anyone outside this hall would have expected to win. Everybody, the big rage is 2 ship, 2 ship, 2 ship.
Yes,
you need
yes,
big
yes.
ships. You have created Imperialist that doesn't have an ISD in it, doesn't have price in it. You used Brunson. I think you used it
Yes.
well.
For
But-
Architects, it is.
and you did
Just
use
as-
American Genin, but you didn't use Morna. So yeah, I think this is a really cool list, and you clearly have been well practiced with it because you've been playing with Squadron for so long.
In the past, I was using bombers, but Sloan and bombers is not working together. And
Yeah.
the bombers have the problem right now; they are not strong enough anymore. So
Yeah. So why Sloan over Thrawn? And
maybe because of the squadrons, the
Yeah.
bonus effect from Sloan to spend the defense tokens is just a great deal. The reroll with the crits spends the defense token, and you can use all squadrons for an anti-squadron fight, and still have a good use for them against the ships. So after all, it's a list I've used quite a lot, so
yeah,
I'm used to it.
and it definitely shows.
And it paid off this time, yes.
Yeah. And I think that's one of the things about Armada that I like is it's just can't. I doubt somebody could grab that list and even attempt to try and fly it for the
It's
first
so hard.
time.
I've noticed that on the worlds, someone else, and not on the worlds, on the last German nationals, someone was using the same list, but he could not fly it so well. He
Right.
couldn't use the squadrons.
Practice, personal preference, it all comes in quite a bit.
And for Armada, you can copy a list, but you can't copy the playstyle. So.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it's not to say anybody's a worse player for copying, but it works for you.
Yes.
Because it works for you, and I could never run that list. But I've also seen people try and copy my Radis list, and that does not go well if you're not absolutely and totally insane like me.
Yeah. I run Leia, what he said, but dumber. I'm playing real admirals now, guys. I swear. Congratulations, sir. Yes.
Dennis, congratulations.
Thank you.
All right. We're saying goodnight, I think.
For sure, I'm
You wanna-
out now.
Yes. Anyone you want to shout out to on the internet? All the cool kids are doing it. No.
No.
No, I'm 33. Stop it. All right, fair enough.
Don't play Sloan. It's way too complicated. It's draining out. So
Yeah. No one's playing her anymore. She's basic.
Can we sit down?
Nathan's gonna come over real quick for after action.
Okay. All right.
Great.
All right,
Cool.
Dennis. Have a good night.
Yeah, Mama's very fun to watch.
All right, so now what do we ask? Why don't we actually open up the stream, see if anybody has any ideas of what to ask Nathan?
Why you chose from my font?
Oh, God, I was supposed to. Okay, this is why I needed to pay attention to the stream. We were supposed to ask Toker about his spreadsheets. I don't know why.
Oh, because Stoker's the one who was doing the data collection for everything.
Yeah.
But I am holding all of
All
the
of them,
lists.
yeah. Okay.
And I will be taking pictures of these when I get home to not do it tonight. I'll do it tomorrow.
Oh, God. Nathan's wife is watching the stream. She asked us to say hi.
Okay.
Nathan, your wife says hi.
Yes.
Yeah, she is. Would you like to skip the interview and go straight home?
You want to say anything to your son?
Hopefully go to sleep.
Go to sleep, your son. Your baby. No, Toker was doing the data collection yesterday. I saw him, and he says
Yeah.
who's everything there.
He was using his buy, just
Yeah.
taking his hash mark. Yeah.
I'm going to be putting it all in at some point. Look for my post. It's going to be just as much data as Chris normally gives because we live and die with data in this. And I will say the previous nerfs came from the regionals data, right? Isn't that?
They were
discussed as a
cued by it.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, and then I want to take another opportunity to thank everybody who collected data for that ridiculous project. I will tell you that I had a great chat with Brooks. he, like I said, we absolutely love working with him for playtesting.
Yes.
He took the time to come talk to me. That data is being put to use.
Yes.
For internal discussions. He wouldn't tell me exactly what, because it's internal discussions. They're private. But it's being used. So thank you all for putting that up, to getting everything together. It's a community project. I've got it on my Google Drive. I'm putting data in, but I've got 2-3 other people helping me out with it at any given time. And anybody who just goes and grabs things, even just takes pictures and sends it to me, that's still a lot of work.
I like the fact that it's given us so much, like you can be like, oh, Rebels just used Torn, but what was it, 24 and like top 10%?
Doesn't really do much.
Like it's not like a huge, massive shift in the like, oh, if I brought Torn, I win. No, it's skill if you use Torn well. And some of the other ones that were, there isn't one. There's all sorts of stuff. The data is cool. Look at the data. I love the data.
Yeah.
Birds. Yeah. Nathan's cleaning up.
Yeah, he's talking to Ian.
Yeah.
So. Yeah, we're still waiting on Nate, guys. Sorry, he's over chatting with a few other folks.
Are we going home? Are we going to Kilmas? Where are we going? We have lives outside of Armada streaming.
It's 10:30, and I'm probably getting on the road by 7 tomorrow morning. Yeah. I got 12-hour drive ahead of me. Yeah.
The offer of the breakfast tomorrow is no. We're both dead too. Like, I'm running out 4 hours of sleep the last 2 nights just because Armada.
And a Legion Army.
How'd Luke do?
I'll come join you. You guys mind if I come sit?
All right, we're gonna have Matt sit and.
This is not Nathan.
Yeah, this is not Nathan. I'm sorry.
He's
I'm not
like
a
half of
former
his
world
age.
champion. Yeah, thank God. Luke went 2-2.
Okay.
He was 2-1 going into his last game.
Shout out to the community. Thank you to everybody who helped get Schmitty's army to my parents' house.
Yes,
my
thank
dad
you
was
all
awake
very
when I got
much.
there at 1 a.m. It was wonderful. My parents' dog was mad at me because it is.
But
I'm not even
thank you
joking
to
about
Schmitty. Thank you to Schmitty for being like, hey,
Have my shit.
Schmitty, I'm pretty sure that you slapped that stripe on Han's pants. But in any case, you got the army
All right,
here.
you're out.
All right,
Nathan,
come here.
The person that matters is here.
Guys, how you doing?
Doing good. How you doing?
That was a beautiful game.
So you guys played earlier, from what I understand.
I was giving all your secrets away.
Yeah.
I've taught
We
everyone
tried
how
not
to
to
beat
be
you. It's
Sounds great.
yes,
Sounds great.
they've learned from me, so they're fine.
So what was your plan going into the game?
It worked out about what I expected. I knew that his squad alpha would destroy my squads, but I wanted to time up long enough for my ships to fight. I knew he'd be slippery and try to get away, and that was kind of what we saw there, was split and ran.
Yeah, that game kind of came down to that final turn.
Yeah, it was more if I could pin down his guy and shoot him and kill him. But, even if I would have pinned him down, I got 7 dice to roll 10 damage because of 2 shields left and Bunsen. So
yeah, okay.
it's not a sure thing at all. But it was a chance, right? Because you got to sit there in the final round and figure out what you can at least do to have a chance of winning. So that was it.
If you had gotten that kill, do you think you could have gotten Admo out of there away from the squads enough? Because you had to survive yet another turn.
Yeah, well, as soon as Centaur dies, he can't activate his squadrons.
Yeah.
So he wouldn't have been able to shoot admonition that turn. And then 6th turn, he would have maybe got a couple shots off.
Yeah. How much health did Admo have left at the end of the
I heard 4 shields. I don't know if it's true or not.
I think he had 5 shields, and I had an engineering token.
Okay. Yeah, so not as much of a threat as we thought it might be.
Yeah. So I don't think I would have lost him.
Okay. At least not without Seneca helping there.
Right.
Squads.
So yeah.
Did you have fun at least?
Oh sure. 8th game is a little bit much though.
Yeah. 8
it's
games in
late.
2 days looks rough.
Yeah.
Just curious, why did you choose the Quasar over Centaur? Just curious, not that it was the wrong choice. I'm like, oh Nathan, that's what I would have done. 'Cause I don't know shit. I was there today.
So Centaur is a lot harder to catch. So I wasn't sure I would be able to catch it. For instance, he could have just turned and gone away.
right? And I knew I could catch the Quasar. So in a game where, in one of these games, one of the options is always don't fight, right? And I knew the Quasar couldn't get away. I knew Centaur could if you decide not to fight.
And you deferred to second player. What was your reasoning behind that?
I played second player.
With
Wow,
Rican?
it says no person ever. This shows how much better he is than the rest of us.
No, it's just it's more a matter of.
Your destiny. Like, you know what objectives you have. You practice them. I understand.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, it might have been a better play to be first player, and I might have switched things around. But I've been playing second player most of the tournament so far. Just one game of first player in 8 games, and it's been I'm more comfortable with today. So I just gave it I just ran with it.
It
But,
works well with Riken.
No objectives, and you decide when something's going. Yeah.
we had most wanted as one of his objectives, so that would have been a decent objective for me. That's fine.
Anything you want to say to the? Tell some kids stay in school.
Sure, don't do drugs. I think I've got some friends watching. I think my wife.
Your wife is definitely watching.
Hey, Kat, I love you. Calvin, if you're awake, I hope you're not awake. Love you too. And we'll see you guys soon. Thanks everybody for watching.
Maybe that's a good place to call it.
Yeah.
Nathan, thanks for talking to us.
Thanks, man. Sean.
You guys.
All right, guys. I think we're done for the night. So
Yep.
from
So
Adepticon, I'm Chris. This is John.
Yeah.
Have a good night.
Yep. How do we turn this off? Let's make sure that's on the stream so that way they know we're clearly competent at this.
Are you guys done?
We're done.
So our viewers, man, losers, right?
So everyone, thank you for joining us. Thank you for watching this on Star Wars Armada Explained. The video will be uploaded. Please share it. Let everyone know. Thanks for watching. We'll see you all later.